Do you think she's stashing Cheetos in her little Louis V bag?
What's that one guy?
Jacques Moose.
In her little Jacques Moose
And the
Chiquito.
Chiquito.
I just have 3 Cheetos in my Chiquito.
Hello, everybody.
Yay!
We've got zero people watching at the moment.
I don't see it live on your channel.
Oh, I think I see
Oh,
it.
is it public?
There we go.
It's now.
I
It's now
believe-
public. Okay. Let's see.
I think I see it.
Yep. Okay. See it now.
Yep.
there
Yay! It
now?
worked.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's bingo. It's bingo.
They missed the Nicole Kidman gold
It's-
at the
oh,
beginning there.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Oh,
We're
I
serious
don't think
content
Deecee
creators.
needs an introduction.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm sure this is gonna be a red alert, so I'm changing my mic cover. Hold on one second. I'm sure there's gonna be definitely a foot, so we're gonna put the red mic cover on because
Let's do it.
I'm sure. Well, once we get past the 13-minute mark, the cursive
Oh.
word may come out. So
Of course.
that-
Oh,
Oh,
13
yeah.
minutes. Is that how
Yeah.
long it is? Yeah,
Mhm.
we sort of
demonetized after waiting 13 minutes. So that's what I do.
we have actually we were considering it last time, and then all of a sudden we were like, oh no, we already swore.
Too late.
Too late.
I
Too late.
love
We
it.
missed it. It happens. It happens.
Yay.
Hello,
Hello,
I'm
friends.
Hello. We're happy
Hello,
everyone's here.
everybody.
Thanks for joining, friends. I hope you're all well. If you're not following Deecee, if you're not following Tish, Miss Echo, and maybe follow us too at the end, that'll be great too. And then our other guest, but she's a little late, but she's coming. She's coming. Okay, she's on her
She
way.
is coming.
We are so excited to have dinner guests for this bingo.
Yeah. We
I
love a
don't
good
think
dinner
I've
guest.
I don't think this may be my first time playing bingo with y'all, and I am stoked. I'm so happy to be here.
This is an
Yes.
honor.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I love
And,
it.
Oh, what's his name? Oh.
I made the bingo card 4x4 because we were only really looking at one person today, so
Nice.
just so it was a little bit easier to get. I kind of hate it because it just says Bing and not bingo. But you know,
So if you win, you have to say Bing, like the
Bing.
Like the search engine.
like the much more famous search engine than Google. No, I'm joking.
and we've had 2 winners across 3 bingos. Dave won the first 2. Don't know how. He literally rocked up and then won a minute later.
Yeah.
Like-
it was astounding.
And last bingo, everyone's gonna think it's rigged. It was Erin. Erin won last bingo. She
That's awesome.
had 1 to go.
I think we had a double win.
Oh, that's right.
Aaron
we
and
did
one
too.
other person won. I forgot who won, but somebody else won.
Yeah. I can't remember either.
I can't remember.
She was trying to pitch that last tick for about 10-15 minutes. She's like, it could be this, it could be this. Like, no. Erin, competitive? No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. I love it. I love it.
Oh, we've someone knocked on the door. Ding dong. It's not Avon calling. We hope anyway. Are we ready?
We hope. Oh wait,
Huh?
hello!
I can't hear y'all.
No?
Oh, there
Huh?
it goes. There 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 it goes.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, sorry I'm late. Mommy duties. What can I tell y'all?
You love a good parent. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
we're gonna celebrate all the good parents, and because we're not gonna look at we're maybe gonna look at questionable decisions tonight. So
Oh!
Thank
Oh.
you.
We're probably gonna have to start with that one actually, unfortunately. Yeah.
Y'all trying to make me rage early, huh? By
Yeah.
the way, is my fan super loud because I'm like burning up and freezing at the same time? It is that time. So I have the whole setup with the heating pad and whatnot.
I got you. I got you.
Can you hear
No,
the fan? Is it too loud? Is it
No, you're
distracting?
fine.
Can't hear it.
No,
Okay.
you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yay!
Also, hi everybody.
If you're not following Kareenah, make sure you do that. She's awesome. She's amazing, and she posts all kind of amazing content. So check her out if you're not.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay!
Yes.
Do y'all want to introduce who we're gonna talk about today? And then if you want to, maybe your personal connection to the subject. You don't have to if you don't want to go too deep into it, but
Yeah.
maybe you can start, Tish, because we've been talking about this lady for a long time.
Yeah, I think Val found this this lady, Your Sober Guide. That's her Instagram handle, and her name is Bethany, but she also has another account which is called Functioning with Rugrats. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She does more family orientated content, and she gets actually a lot of numbers on the family stuff, but as soon as she does anything Amare, zero. Her engagement is zero. But she posts it near she posts them together. But she is in Amare. She is anti-pharmaceutical, anti lots of things, and she's also a recovering alcoholic, and she uses her sobriety to recruit and sell her product. She actively harms people by suggesting terrible treatment, and encouraging people to go off their medications to take happy juice, which is 3 products, very expensive. Yeah, Mac did cover her, thank goodness, and I think that was because Val sent over a whole heap of stuff to Mac. She was covered in Truth in Advertising quite recently, and yeah, she puts out all these health claims, all these freaking. She's just a menace to society, and she does it behind a facade of, like, she has qualifications within Washington State. Both of us have written to the Washington State Medical Association or whatever it was, and they said it was okay. She can
What?
keep her license, even though she's misrepresenting it. So yeah,
Yep. Another thing,
that's her.
she always talks about how happy juice is good for her for being a mother. Like it's improved her motherhood. No, she says up leveled. She says it's up leveled my
Yeah.
sobriety and my motherhood. That's the tagline she uses. And she also talks about all the time how it's helped with her son's sensory issues. Amare. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just bad on so many levels. I mean, you've been getting out of a nicotine addiction, and is that okay if I say that?
I don't care.
Like,
I've talked about it so much. You can say it.
So it's like it's rough to see her using addiction, especially like she's 10 years out of it. Not saying that it's not hard 10 years out, but like I'm sorry, it's a lot harder one day out than 10 years out. That's just how that works. You know what I mean? And I think she knows that. I don't think it bothers her, and it just really pisses me off.
Yeah.
So Deecee, you did a stream with Val and Gus, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I guess before we even start, if running up against someone who twists and manipulates sobriety for personal gain and has such twisted views of I don't know of such a delicate and important process, this might not be the stream for you, but we're hopefully going to give you a good mix of like pauses and laughs and trying to lighten some of these really heavy topics. But yeah, just Val and Guess sent me a video or like a screenshot from Sober Guide's stories today about her kid that I don't have any kids, but it made me rage. I can't imagine someone who does have kids, someone who's a good parent who has kids, how they would take that. And I cannot wait to hear what Kareenah has to say about this situation, because it's twisty as hell. And if you think that we are parent shaming, no, we're not. We're talking about we're gonna have a fun time with bingo, and we're also talking about unethical behavior and also calling out. I'm like trying to not cuss, but calling out bad behavior isn't. It does not equate to parent shaming, in my opinion. Kareenah.
So, just like what everyone has said, I myself suffered, and it's something that I recently shared with alcoholism a while back. So that's like pretty important to talk about, and I hate the way she talks about it and how she uses it more than anything like a storyline to sell her shit. The bad parenting. Listen, I'm not the perfect parent. I've made plenty of mistakes. I'm pretty sure I'll make some more, but nothing compares to an MLM mom, in my opinion, because at least the ones that I've seen, they prioritize other things, and while trying to solace the lie that they are doing this for their children, to spend time with their children. And that's just something that is very, as a child who I don't think my mom was ever like a bad mom, but I definitely did need a little bit more attention than what I got. But I know that she did what she could with what she knew and what she had. However, as a mom myself, especially a child with special needs, which is something that her and I share in common, I hate the way she treats her children. I hate the way she uses them as props. I hate how she uses her neurodivergent son as a prop to sell. It's one of those things that really drives me bananas. Even before I had my own child, I couldn't fathom doing some shit like that, especially even now, even more having my own neurodivergent kid who has ADHD and autism and is having trouble just living life sometimes because of his sensory issues or whatnot. And the way she describes how Happy Juice helped her son is just like, bitch, are you fucking serious? So sorry, were we not doing cursey words today?
Oh, you're good. You're so close.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We're so close.
We were close. It's okay.
I think you're
Sorry.
I
No,
don't know. Hopefully it was close enough that it didn't. You know what I mean? That's it's
Yeah,
okay. It's
I
okay.
think
Don't
it'll
worry.
be
Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
I
that's
think
my
it'll be
bad. That's
okay.
my bad.
It's
But
okay.
yeah,
It
that's
happens.
one of my things with her, and it's just I probably will rage. So, I'm trying to prepare myself mentally. I got a snack, actually dinner, and like my drinks and stuff. So let's may the odds be in your favor. You
Miss Bethany.
horrible, terrible mom, in my
Oop.
opinion.
And listen, like we tried, okay? We really tried.
We
But
tried to give this lady so much of the benefit of the doubt. It's bad.
this post is like beyond disgusting. So why don't we
No.
just show everybody so that they don't think that we're just overreacting?
Yeah.
You can pull it up whenever you're ready, Tish.
It's
I have
a
it
good
ready.
place to
Oh, yeah.
start, I feel.
It's a good place to start. I don't know if we'll hit something on bingo with this. Feel free to check your cards. I keep
Cringy.
rocking
Could
it.
be a cringy reel. Cringy.
This
That's
was
a
on the stories.
story.
This is on the
Oh, okay.
stories. Yeah, we have
Right.
plenty of cringy reels though. I have plenty of
Yeah.
those saved, and the children are blurred, so don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll muck
Deecee.
around with the placement just for the moment. No, sorry.
Did you want to say
How-
something, Deecee?
Yeah, just in case people are new, can you tell them how to do the bingo linking? Like they click on the link and they get their card. Is that how it works for everybody? Because I know there's
Yeah.
some newbies here for the.
No
For the
worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you click
So
it.
if you
Go ahead. My bad.
click on the link, it'll take you to a page that asks you for your name, and you can put in. You don't have to put in your real name. You can just put in your chat name or whatever. So yeah,
Cool.
I can see all the cards on like my screen.
Cool.
Yay!
Just
How's
pull mine
this
up,
for
too.
the layout? Is this okay for the layout?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I
this
think
works.
it's
all
great.
of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So this was I just checked her stories, and this was maybe like 5-6 hours ago. And she put a picture of her kid holding the rope boat, I guess, to like keep the boat docked to the dock. And she said, we decided to bring this chicken emoji, I think cock blocker, on our date, laughy face. And he was like smiling. He was really happy to be there. And so he clearly did not imagine that that was going to be the caption of the post. So
Imagine putting that on your child, like with a picture of your child. I can, if the child wasn't in this picture, maybe it's okay, but no. What the
Like,
fuck?
maybe if you were saying it to your friend on the phone super fast and you're by yourself, you know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
ways where it can maybe be, you can be a little bit lighthearted about it, but
Yeah, or like maybe like if you're talking to your friends about a literal situation where it's like steamy time was starting to happen and the kid knocked on the door, like okay, that literally was what happened. But
Yeah.
on your what you call your business Instagram, ma'am.
Yeah.
Not
Exactly.
Clowntown was the one who blocked the face out. The parents did not, and you can imagine the kid was probably stoked to get to go do something fun with their parent, both their parents, and going on a date with their parents. And then I can tell you, I would have been crushed if I'd seen my parents post something like this. And if they
Mm.
had been making it seem like they were really happy that I was a part and got to come on their date with them, and then they're teasing about this on their stories, like it's crushing.
Mm.
He looks like he's like, yes, finally my mom is off her phone and we get to be outside and look at us. We're gonna have so much fun by the water or on the boat or whatever. And here she is like, oh, you're in my way.
yeah.
Great parenting. Great fucking
Yeah, you can
parenting.
tell me that I'm shaming this all day long. Okay, I think that this is shameful. If I was a child and I saw this, I would feel so crushed and rejected. Sometimes I feel rejected by my parents when they don't even mean to. And I have to tell them, like, that hurt me. And they meant, like, oh my God, I didn't even mean to. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even imagine that actually you know what I mean? Them actually, because this feels like a rejection. This feels like I didn't want you there. You know,
And
like,
imagine
like I
we're
had to take
adults.
you.
We can process things, or we can take a step back and like moderate our feelings a little bit and think about it. And I as a 30 almost 34-year-old, my birthday's next week. Oh my God. But as an almost 34-year-old, sometimes when my mom does or says certain things, I'm just like, you want to run that by me again? Because the way you said it, I don't like that. It's crossing boundaries for me, or like it hurt my feelings or whatever. And we can process and like, listen, as a mom of a toddler, well, I guess technically he's not considered a toddler anymore. As a mom of a 4-year-old, I know sometimes you see your man and you're like, God damn, like, oh my, come here, you know? And the kid is like, okay, mommy. Listen, you wanted your child here. You chose to have your child. And I know sometimes it's hard for you to get out of that mood or whatever, but if your child needs you, and listen, I've had to do it plenty of times. And so now we have a rule in this house. If he's awake, nothing's going to happen. Are we going to cuddle on the couch and like, you know, maybe kiss here and there? Yeah, of course. But there's going to be nothing after that, because I already know that he's going to be like, mommy, I need something.
yeah.
And like, also now that he's starting to speak, is like, you don't want to do anything in front of them, because they'll repeat and talk about everything they see. So I get it. Sometimes it's frustrating. You just want to have that moment with your partner. I get it. But you chose to be a mom. So then go and be a mom.
Yeah.
Take care of your needs later. And I'm not talking about like that Angela kind of approach that once you have a kid, it's all about your kid. No, you should feel like a woman and you should get to have that time with your partner as well. I completely 100% agree. You should have time to yourself even without your partner. I get it. And listen, I am an advocate of, if you need to take a break to be a better mom and a better wife, do that. Do it. Ask for it. You are worthy of a break. You deserve a break. I get that. However, I'm not going to bring Leo with me somewhere and then complain about how he's there. I brought him there. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And they have help that not everybody has, because I don't know if it's her parents or John's parents. John is her husband. But she will often bring the kids to their house so that they can go on a date night, so that they can have time on their own. A lot of people don't have that kind of help. You know what I mean? Like, my parents were lucky that my grandparents were here, but that's the most of the help that we had because we had a lot of family in Argentina. You know what I mean? Like, you know, not everybody has that, and you do have it, and yet you're still gonna complain when you have to bring your kid somewhere. I don't get it.
I agree, because we don't have help. Like, my mom is around, and my sister-in-law's around, and my brother is around, which are the pretty much the only people that we trust to be left alone with Leo. However, they all have their own lives, and my mom is out here living her best old lady life. I've never depended on her to take care of my son. I know I can't rely on her 100% because she'll say yes, and then all of a sudden she'll be like, no, you know what? I don't feel like it today. Sorry. He's a handful. And I get it. He is a handful. So you can't, and even then I find time to spend with my partner, and even then I find time to spend by myself. So I'm sorry that you brought your kid, and then now you're complaining that your kid is here. Then you shouldn't have brought him. Simple as that.
Simple. Somebody asked if this counts as child getting ignored.
Yeah.
For the bingo.
There might be one later, maybe. But
there's plenty. But yeah. I would say he just looks so happy, and for that to be the sentiment, it just feels like his happiness is being ignored. You know what I mean? So I'd count it in a sense. I know it's a bit, but you know, like he's clearly happy to be there. Like, why would you sit if he was maybe like frustrated and like I don't want to go out, but my parents have to bring him anyway. Okay, maybe, but still, like, he's a kid. He doesn't know how to process things. Be nice. Come on.
Yeah. It's like it's having your kid be the butt of your joke, and it is I don't know. It just feels wrong on so many levels. Like you're laughing or not laughing, but you knew what you were doing. And again, if you saw the original post and the kid, he was happy. And so then if you found out that's what his mom was saying about him on the story, come on. I mean, it's just, it's sad. Like I'd feel, and I hope he never finds out.
Yeah.
What his mom said about him.
And you know what else? I'm willing to bet that she's one of the moms that gets annoyed when their child throws a tantrum in public, especially if that's the neurodivergent child. I can never say that word. But like, listen, with that said too, there's been plenty of times where we're out and Leo's just like, I am not in the mood for this shit today, Mom. I want to go home. Like, I don't want to be here. And and guess what? We got to pick up and leave, even if we still want to be there, because I'm going to prioritize his mental health and his well-being before what I want.
Yeah.
It's just like the decent thing to do as a parent. And I just feel like she knows nothing about that, in my opinion.
Two things about that. Wait, go ahead, Tish. Go ahead. And then I have my thoughts.
You're right. Yeah. I think she would take the child home, but only after she's used it for content. She would record the child having a meltdown and use it for content.
And you know what?
That's the type of person she is.
You can go to her pinned post on your sober guide and you can watch her neurodivergent son having a meltdown and then her giving him a happy juice or giving him a saffron stick and then him calming down. And then if you go to the comments, she admits he doesn't know that I was recording. I'm sorry. I would be so resentful. I don't care if you think that you're doing it for a good reason. I don't freaking care what your justification is. I would be so resentful. That would take a lot of work to work through.
Yeah. I think as adults, we have to remember that children, their opinion, their feelings are valid, and their boundaries are valid, and you should respect them no matter how old they are. And if they say no, then it's no. They should also have the right to say no. Do they get bratty about it sometimes? Yes, of course. But if they don't want to do something, then they don't want to do something, then they should be respected. You can't expect respect from a child if you're not teaching them what respect is and gearing respect towards them. Like, that's a really big thing in this house too. In private, in public, anytime. You can ask. Harper they basically live here. And sometimes I'll be like, Leo, can I have a kiss? He's like, mommy. And I'll be like, all right. When you want to kiss mommy, you come to mommy, okay? But it's never like, oh, you have to, Or if I say, Leo, do you want this? No, mommy. Okay, then it's a no, and that's it. Sometimes I'll try to take a picture of him. He's like, no, mommy, no phone. And I'm like, okay, no phone. Even if it's just for my own safekeeping and I'm not going to post it anywhere. It's just like, listen to your children. It's not that hard. Like, don't make them feel ignored and like what they have to say and how they feel doesn't count. It's so traumatizing to grow up in that environment, and I can vouch for that. So
I think also they're learning that it's okay to cross boundaries, and that's a terrible lesson for them to learn. They will let people cross their boundaries because they've been conditioned to do it by their mum.
Yeah, because the son doesn't want physical contact. He doesn't like it. But now she's saying, he's giving me so much more hugs now that he's on Happy Juice. Yeah, it's probably because you're making him feel guilty when he doesn't hug you. So now he's forcing himself to hug you. Like, do you not see the connection? Like, Jesus Christ. It makes me so angry. And the another thing is, before we move on to the next one, the kids will constantly be screaming in the background. When she's on her phone, when she's making videos, they're constant, and it's not just like, oh, they're playing. It seems like they are trying to get attention. And Tish can attest, one of those little kids asked for Happy Juice how many times on the live that she was doing, and she never did it?
I don't think she wasn't asking, but she was like, I'm getting your juice. And it was a 20-minute, 30-minute video, and she did not give the fucking juice to the child.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, so bad.
Just give the juice.
Just give him the juice.
Everybody. Do we want to go for the
next
one?
I have it pulled up whenever you're ready. I have the child blurred. I had to blur a lot of children this time.
I know, not me. What's happening?
There we go. Look how triggering this still is.
Oh my god.
Excuse me?
You just.
Why are you pretending to drink? That is so triggering. Like, Val, you watch Peter Mon. Peter Mon is very out there with his sobriety. This would disgust him. Like, this is disgusting. How can you fucking do that as an alcoholic? You're pretending to drink wine. How triggering. Like, you would trigger yourself almost, Ugh.
Like that, how can that not be triggering her? And also, you see that blur? Yeah, that she's holding her kid. So remember when Kareenah was saying your kids watch you? Yeah, she's watching her mom pretend to drink a whole bottle of wine.
So yeah, she does a lot of stuff in front of her kids that she should not be doing in front of her kids.
And then it switches to Happy Juice. Yay! Yay!
Like, why didn't you have your kid be in that one where you're dancing and happy and not the one where you're chugging a bottle of wine?
That's what I was thinking too.
If you really wanted her to be in the reel, have her be dancing with you or something. Come on, not like you haven't done it before.
Ugh.
Yeah, but also if you are a mom and you need a glass of wine every now and then, I'm not saying every day, don't make it like a daily thing. That's not healthy. But if you need a glass of wine every now and then, which sometimes I do, I'm just like, damn, today kicked my ass, and I just need to just relax a little bit before I go to bed. Grab a wine, some cheese, and some grapes, and just have you a merry old time. That's fine. Don't try to shame me for drinking a little bit of wine once a month or whatever else. Like, I'd rather drink my glass of wine and eat my cheese and freaking drink whatever Happy Juice is, because we don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
We actually DM'd her. We actually had a little conversation with her.
Stop it right now.
It was on her anonymous. She has like an anonymous question thing. Okay. And so I was like, let me take my opportunity. Okay. So I had a very pointed question for her. And she actually responded, and she didn't respond to anything else, which shows me that she didn't get a lot of answers. Okay. That's not me being mean. I think that's just the truth. Okay. Because if she responded to me being snarky and she didn't respond to anything else, what does that tell you? Okay. Sorry. I know that this is kind of out of nowhere, but, it was like,
So-
It might
oh,
take a second. Sorry.
I'm saying hi to Cindy. I'm sorry that you're getting harassed, Cindy. Yeah, you're welcome here always, always, always.
Yeah. And nobody should make you feel like you can't be here, even if you want to not chat, if you want to chat, whatever. And that goes to anybody, even if you're in MLM right now, you know what I mean? Like, you're welcome here. I know we're going to snark on these companies, but you are welcome here, always.
I'll speak for myself. I know I talk a lot of shit, but I'm always open for some respectful conversation. Honestly, like I just had a whole conversation with higher up in the MLM, and it was pretty respectful. And did something come out of it? Not really, but it was a respectful conversation. So I know I talk a lot of shit, but I'm always open for a respectful conversation. Also, does that last one count as oversharing
Yeah.
for the bingo?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. You can do
I
that.
would say so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially like she said, like I did 10 years ago, right? Like we, that's okay to put at some point in your story for sure. But like just in every reel, she seems to mention it, So yeah. Is it okay if I read this super fast? Or does anybody else want to? Okay. So I sent her an anonymous message. Did you know that your products only have studies on the ingredients, not the products themselves? So that's question 1. Okay. Question 2. And your products are proprietary blends, so we can't tell how much of each ingredient is in each? Question mark. Very curious to see what she says. Yup! Exclamation point, period. So this is all in caps and then period. Okay. If we shared how much of each and the proprietary blends, then other markets would get a hold of them, find cheaper sourcing, which would rely on the product not working as well, and it would destroy the credibility of properly sourced products. People don't understand a lot of the times that sourcing and quality matters. They shoot for cheap, then complain about it not working. Okay, so you're going to ignore the part about the studies just being on the ingredients? Love that for me.
She just completely ignored it.
Didn't even answer your question. Not a little bit, not at all.
Nope.
That's why you get a patent. If it's like, then people can actually, you can patent your ingredient list. Like I'm sure I've heard of MLM saying, we have the patent. Oh yeah, Awakened did that.
Yeah.
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 They had their patent.
Yeah, so yeah, way to not answer it. Well done, Bethany.
Good job, Bethany. Thank
Good
you very much.
answer.
Good,
Good answer.
like they do on Family Feud. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. She didn't have a script ready for that one, did she? Oh, that could also count for cringy reel.
Yes,
I think
definitely.
on the
I would
bingo.
say
If there's
so.
cringy reel on your bingo, mark it off. And if you have lots of things on your bingo, brag about it. Tell us.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta psych everyone out. Ooh,
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
let us
getting close, I'm
know.
getting close.
You gotta let us know. Okay, I just
Especially
put
like
another one.
Erin was all about she was on the what do you call it when you're talking trash? She was on it.
She was letting everybody know.
Oh yeah.
No sources cited. Yeah.
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 All right. Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Sorry.
hey.
Okay. Did you know that 90%? Oh my god! I'm so tired of reading this line. Did you know that 90% of serotonin is in your gut? The high acidity in coffee can wreak havoc on your gut, which can then play a role in your anxiety, depression, and ADHD. We both incorporated Happy Juice and for serotonin and dopamine stability and support. He's more patient, slower to anger with the kiddos, and way less stressed. I'm out of fight or flight, minimal anxiety, and a more present mom. A combo of nootropics, gut bacteria, mental energy, and adaptogens with ancient herbs has played a grounding and sustainable role in being better parents, better partners, our sex life, and mental health.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean,
Yeah.
there is. I mean, the twisty thing is, they're like doing a smidgen of science, and then they're making all these claims, and like honestly, I'm imagining like people generally who are good parents probably want to be better parents, or they're always looking for like like if they have any kind of like conscience, they're like, I want to do the best. I can imagine that. It's because I had good parents. I know Kareenah's a good parent. From a kid's perspective, having someone want to like do better by their kids, I understand that because I saw that. And they're playing into this idea like, oh, you're gonna have better sex, you're gonna be a better parent, you're gonna be a better person because you're gonna feel better, and you're blah blah blah. Like, if you're struggling with it like I do and have to be medicated for it, I can see how someone would be like, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna try it. And it's like, no, 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 please don't, because they're just making all these claims that are not really founded in anything.
And there's one of these posts that I'll pull up here that has like percentages, like 50% better mood, 70% better and I was I hate it so much, but I was saying, like, to me it's just obvious BS because like I know, right? But if you don't know and you're struggling, like, you know, I am struggling, you know what I mean? To have like maybe half of one of those percentages be better for me, like that would make all the difference, you know what I mean? So all of that, like, fuck yeah, sign me up. I'll put down all my kidneys, okay? Like, it's horrible. All the claims that they're going for, you know? Like, you tell me if you wouldn't have gone for Happy Juice.
Come on now. Literally, with all these addiction claims that she's making, when I quit nicotine, I would have gone for Happy Juice immediately if I had not known about all this.
Yep.
And that's so fucking scary. And that's why I want to talk about it so much. That's why I want to keep the heat on this lady. Because even, was she the one who, like, Tish, you found someone that was going to get off of their medication for opiate addiction? And Tish, the angel that she is, DM'd her and ended up, like, kind of talking her out of it. But, like, interception. But, like, that's the kind of stuff, like, effects that this stuff can have. So, yeah, pardon me if I ever have to leave stream or something. This stuff just, like, it really pisses me off. But I trust you guys to do a good job. And I'm just, you know, I'm doing my best.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
I dropped, don't go and watch Mac's video at the moment. Stay with us. We'd love for you to stay with us.
Put it in the watch later, okay?
Yes.
But Mac broke down how what she's saying is not correct. And I found it really difficult to even find the language to explain it as well. Like, the serotonin that's in your gut is not the same serotonin that's released in your brain. It's different. It's got a different function. Not saying gut health can play a factor in your overall health, but it's not like how Huns describe it. Not at all. So Mac breaks it down really, really well. Thank goodness.
The way Eloise said it was really good too. Eloise, the pharmacist, the way that she broke it down, because now I always think of that. She basically said it's like, imagine like an office building where you've got like the people who are working on the bottom floor and then the people who are working on like the corporate floor. Like, that's the gut is the bottom floor and then the brain is the corporate floor. It's not like the people on the bottom are taking an elevator to the top, you know what I mean? And then doing their duties up there. It's like, if the bottom is working correctly, the top is also going to work better. That doesn't mean that it's a gut brain highway, the way she tries to explain. I hope that makes sense. The way that Eloise said it was better. But I
think the part that got me was where she's like, oh, it makes my husband a better husband and a better dad. Listen, if he suffers from anger issues, that's something he has to work out with a therapist. And listen, my husband sometimes loses it, but that man works really, really hard. It's not an excuse. However, it's also up to us as moms, because at least we grow up in a culture where the mom took all the responsibility with the children. So I am slowly but surely guiding my husband to be a little bit more patient, a little bit less. He's not necessarily snappy. He's very patient, but a little bit more like me, I guess, to raise Leo. For example, I know that he is more of a Leo, go do this now kind of guy, or like, Leo, do this or don't do that. And I know that with my child, being like, hey, Leo, instead of saying, let's go to bed, if I say, do you want to wear the dinosaur pajamas or do you want to wear the Spider-Man pajamas? Works way better than it's bedtime. And my husband is pretty much it's bedtime guy. So I feel like as mom, especially spending, like she's a stay-at-home mom, I'm a stay-at-home mom, spending as much time with our kids as we do, it is easier for us to pick up on better approaches to our kids. If he's snapping out of nowhere, he needs to work that out. That's not the child's fault. And I have to call out my husband sometimes. He'll come home, he'll be tired and always stressed from work, and he'll be like, he'll say something snappy to Leo. He doesn't really yell all that much, but he'll say something snappy to Leo, and I'm like, work problems, walk back out and leave that shit out there because it's not his fault. He didn't yell at you at work. He didn't mess with you at work. He's not the one stressing you out. So I don't know. It's just a lot. It's like if your husband is having issues being a father, he needs to work that shit out somewhere else. It's not your kid's fault. They shouldn't know, like, oh, daddy's angry right now. Kids should not be afraid of their parents. I grew up being afraid of my dad, and that's not a safe place. That's not, and I think that's what got me. It's just like, really? So your husband needs this shit to be a better dad, like a better father, be present and be patient with your kids that he made.
That's how Bethany describes herself too. She says, I used to be an angry mom and I would always snap at them for no reason. And it's like, okay, but how is Happy Juice going to help that? You clearly have some resentment that you need to work through, you know?
Yeah. And I'm not saying I don't ever snap or anything, because sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, Leo, you're dropping me on the fucking wall. Like sometimes, you know, but I try to not let him see it, because your children shouldn't they shouldn't feel the weight of your emotions on them. Like it's just, no, it's a no for me. So, but that's the part that got me about this. It's just like, really? You giving him Happy Juice so he can be a better parent? Yeah, that's a whole different issue. No juice is gonna fix that.
Red flag.
I think, well, one thing, I guess, on the maybe like a slightly additional facet of this, as someone who gets overstimulated fairly frequently, like I have to wear long sleeve shirts, long pants when I go out. I have to wear my noise canceling headphones when I go out in public. I think, like what y'all are saying, people are looking to Happy Juice to fix things that maybe do need actual medical intervention, or like a therapy with a licensed clinician. And people have that hope that, oh my gosh, maybe I just have some kind of deficiency, and then I won't feel like that everything's setting me off, when it's not going. The solution isn't going to come from Happy Juice. And when we have pharmacists and nurses and doctors proclaiming how Happy Juice is the end all be all, it gets twisty, because then you think maybe there is something worth looking at here, and maybe it is a quick fix, or maybe it is, whatever it is. And it's like, you, you, you get twisty, because I just feel like, as someone who's been sucked into this and who's not the best at like saying like, oh, here's the science balance of like you lying to me and using your position as a doctor to trick me. Like I'm not. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I need a solution. Oh my God, like, would I love to be able to go be functional and go out and be with people? Yeah, sure, I would. But also, all my stuff has been actually like, there's bigger medical problems involved with my stuff too. I'm just trying to say, like, I guess all I'm trying to say is I can see how people get sucked into this shit, and and I agree with what y'all are saying as well, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they use just the hardest issues that a lot of people just maybe are too ashamed to go to traditional sources, you know what I mean? Like, medication and therapy is definitely becoming less and less stigmatized, but you can't tell me that there's no stigma. You can't tell me that people don't feel any kind of shame to finally call the therapist's office. Like, a lot of people do, especially because their families will be like, oh, you're gonna go do that? You don't need to do that. You don't need that. It's like, well, maybe I do.
Yeah, and what I've been learning about the sober community as well is that there are a lot of restrictions on things they can and cannot take. And so I can see how a over-the-counter supplement that's not a painkiller would be enticing for someone who is on a sober journey, where it's like, oh, it's not Tylenol, it's not a drug, it's not a painkiller or whatever. Like, I can see how if you're in that mindset and you're walking out your sobriety journey, either via giving up alcohol or not whatever, something else, I can see how you suddenly find yourself open to the suggestion of going with Amare. Like, and I think Gus said it really well too. Like, if you didn't know better, you might have taken up Amare because you're walking out your journey as well. And giving up something that your body is addicted to is fucking hard. And some days it feels impossible. So I don't know. I'm just,
Yeah.
I get what y'all are
And
saying.
I think this point is really that hits the nail on the head because of your American healthcare system is so complicated, and especially if you're in an MLM, you have to pay for your own healthcare, and it would be easier just to go buy from Bethany rather than having to make appointments and go here and where's my copay and who do I need to go to see now and can I get into that specialist? And yeah, so that really sucks for you guys. And I mean, ours isn't perfect either, because
Yeah.
my dad was even saying, like if he had not gone private for some of his cancer, like early stuff, he would have been still waiting to see. So we did go private for a little bit of it, but now he's public and it's fine. So it's not perfect over here. I know it seems quite good. It's 100 times better than the American system, but it's still not the best.
And
Yeah.
people are saying like, oh, Amare is going to take some of the pain away, or it's going to take the mental pressure away. I mean, if like we sold stuff for me to get the help I needed to be able to afford it, but like I'm waiting 6 months for a doctor's appointment, and it's like you're trying to figure out how to manage the pain. And so it is enticing if someone, a physician, a nurse, a PA, a nurse practitioner, a pharmacist is saying, hey, this is good. This can help everybody. This is going to fill holes in your nutritional, whatever it's called. It's going to give you mental clarity. It's going to make you a better person. It's going to take the edge off. That is enticing when you're waiting 6 months for something or 10 months for something, or if you haven't done nothing, like, or again, walking out your sobriety journey and someone who is sober saying, this is what you need. I'm 10 years out and this is a sure thing. It's so enticing in my opinion.
Yep, I completely agree. And there's a reason that she starts her videos in two ways. One, by saying, I've been sober for 10 years, because then she can let people know that she's a sober part of the community. And two, I am a licensed mental health and addiction counselor, because she knows that that is going to ping off something in somebody's brain saying, oh, this is an authority figure. This is somebody that went to school for something that I didn't go to school for. And so in some ways I can trust them. And like, that's not like a bad, we should be able to do that with people. You know what I mean? Like there's a good reason why we do that with like professionals that know more than we do. You know what I mean? So I'm not shaming people for doing that. Like there's nothing wrong with having that feeling. We just have to maybe double check and make sure, like, is there an extra motive here? Because there easily could be. And I think there is with Bethany.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Come on, Harper, get on it. She said she was going to become an anti-MLM creator. Come on.
Oh, Harper, take your time. But, you can make a reel. You can
They'd make such a good anti-MLM creator.
You
when
would.
I tell you, they have helped me with so many things for my channel. It's a lot, and I'm just like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Because I would
Let's use
totally collab with
peer
you all the
pressure
time,
for good.
Harper.
Peer
Right?
pressure
Peer
for
pressure for
good.
good.
They do such a good job.
Love that.
And you
Okay.
can put the next one on whenever you're ready. No rush. No
Okay.
rush. But we'd love to see Harper do that too.
Cool.
Okay.
Do we want to go? Do you want to? Can you zoom in a little and?
I don't know. Sometimes you can fiddle with it. Nah.
Oh yeah.
No.
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 Okay, hang on. So maybe do we want to go? No. No.
That's a little
This will be
better.
okay.
I'll scoot
We
in.
we
I'll
just
scoot
have
in.
that really little tiny little window that we are here.
Itty bitty.
Yeah, we're cute.
We're
We're
all
cute. We're
squished
itty bitty.
We're all squished
Oh,
in.
and Godspeed to Elaine. I'm really proud of you. I just saw that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nicotine for her 53rd birthday.
Let's go.
I know it's hard, but we're really proud of you.
Let's go. That shit's hard as
Oh.
fuck. I
Oh,
quit.
where did
Let's see.
Deecee go?
I don't know.
Oh no!
There she is.
Oh
Oh
Here
no!
she is.
Oh wait,
There
you're
you
back!
are.
Hey!
Okay, cool.
I was like, no!
Technical difficulties have struck again.
It's the curse. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It happens every time. It's okay. It's okay.
We've had such problems with starting. I've had the last couple of streams I've done. I'm like, what the hell's going on? It's been a bit. Today was smooth, thank goodness. So,
Yep.
yeah. Are you gonna read? Is one of you people gonna read this, Gus or Val?
Here, I can read it.
Okay.
And then if anybody wants us to stop, you can just be like, ah, let us know.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe raise a hand to something. Val will let me know. We implement taking care of our bodies around here. I hear a lot of parents say, my kids won't take the vitamins. My kids won't do XYZ. You are the parent. If they want to eat the bad stuff, if they want to hit up society, if they want me to sleep with them when they're sick, John and I make sure that they're doing the things to support themselves first, too. Honestly,
Hang on.
sorry.
Doesn't she have a toddler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does the toddler do things that supports themselves? What?
That's
Yeah,
a child.
Yeah, her oldest kid is maybe like 10, 8.
Yeah.
Like, her kids are not old. They're not supporting themselves. Like, she is fully
No.
supporting them right now. They are at that age.
Honestly, I think learning to take care of your bodies and the importance of it at a young age is something they'll never get at school. You'd be surprised how explaining to a child how the vitamin or supplement helps support them gets them on board. Work in collaboration with them versus hard lines, if you can. Hey kids, we're going to commit trying this for 7 days as an experiment, and I want you to pay attention how your body feels.
So I marked off the kids' names because we don't need to know, okay?
For
Okay.
Blank, he got sick way less than his siblings and recovered in lightning speed. For Blank, quote, I just don't like it right in the morning, but it makes me feel good. And his sensory regulation, less bedwetting, more shared emotions with me are beyond noticeable.
Can you not? We do not need to know that he wets the bed, okay? That's his business.
That's his business. And okay, I've had problems with like physical affection with my parents before due to trauma. So like her whole thing with like, oh, he hugs me so much more now. It's like you realize he probably does that because you make him feel bad, right?
Yep.
Like now that's not what it is when I do physical affection with my family. But before, I just do it because I felt fucking guilty. Or when I started after that whole shit happened, I did it because I felt guilty. And that's not how it should be. Your kids should not feel forced to give you physical affection because if they do, that's going to translate into other relationships in their lives, whether you like it or not.
Badly, yeah.
I think that's bite model for sure, like behavior control and emotional control from what they're saying in that. That's so, it gives me the ick when you are reading that. It's just, and what is the kid gonna say? Like, oh, you're gonna give it to them because you make money off this product, so then you can exploit other children because you're gonna say that this has made, your kid more open to affection and they're gonna stop wetting the bed, so other people need to buy this stuff. Go to the doctor. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god.
I just think that as a mom of a neurodivergent kid, she should know that most kids with sensitivities, sensory sensitivities, any sort of sensitivities, are very sensitive to taste, to smells, to textures. So it's when a mom who considers her child's texture sensitivities and smell sensitivities and even like heat sensitivities when it comes to Leo, I will not force him to eat anything he doesn't want to eat. I know for a fact he doesn't like his food hot. He likes his food room temperature. I know he doesn't like anything brothy. I know he doesn't like anything squishy like bread. So when he does eat bread, it's toast. Instead of tortillas, he has tortilla chips. I know to have those on hand. I know that he doesn't like anything sour. And when he's sick, he's a very good eater. Like he will eat pretty much every 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So as a mom with a child who is not a picky eater, I hate when people call them, they just don't like something. And if they don't like it, they shouldn't have to eat it. You shouldn't force them to eat it. I just feel like having the things that you do know they like on hand, whether they're healthy or not. Listen, sometimes he doesn't want to eat anything all day, and I'm happy for him to eat. If it's a pack of gummies, so be it. Like a pack of little fruit gummies. Okay, if he wants some puffs, you know what? Whatever. As long as you have something in your stomach, I don't give a damn. Just eat something and hydrate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
You know
as
what?
someone with a
That's right.
child like that, she should consider that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think she cares to go out of her way to meet the child's needs. She just wants to
No.
do what she wants to do.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And
She's
It's
like,
very
I make
selfish.
what I make and you eat it, kind of thing.
it's
Yeah.
so sad. It's so sad. I feel for that kid because my mom was one of those moms. Like, this is what it is. This is not a restaurant and you're either gonna eat it or you're gonna eat it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, you're gonna do it or you're gonna do it. And so for me, when Leo's like,
Yeah.
no, not hungry, I'm just like, okay, well, do you want to try this instead? And sometimes he'll say yes, and he's like, no, not hungry. Okay, then he's not hungry. I'll leave it out for him on the table, and when he's good and ready, he'll go and eat it. He eats his food room temperature anyways. So I'll just leave it out for him, and then that's it. Yeah, Harper, I got him the wrong chicken nuggets, and he was like, those are not my nuggets, Mom. Sorry, I'm not gonna eat that. Ew, yucky. And I was just like, shit. Like, I forgot. My
well.
husband was so upset. He was like, you got him the wrong chicken nuggets. And I was like, I did.
You
He
gotta
had
know the
wrong
right
chicken
nuggets, man. You know, and like my parents, like they didn't want to. They were also raised by people who were like, we have what we have, but it was just because like they had what they had. They weren't trying to but it's like they had what they had. You know what I mean? So my mom didn't want to give me French fries all the time. You know what I mean? Like, especially we were a lot lower income before. We couldn't afford that. But there was points in my life where that's the only thing I would eat. And so my parents had to make a decision. Will I have this child eat French fries or will the child not eat? Okay? Bethany is not speaking like that is how kids can be, but that's how some kids can be. You know what I mean? I was a very stubborn child to the point where when my mom stopped giving me my binky, I stopped drinking milk. No more milk. I'm done. To this day, I don't drink milk. Like, so, like, some people are just like stubborn, you know what I mean? And I'm neurodivergent like me. Okay, come on. It's just horrible to see. Ugh.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just, the point is that they consume something. I think as a mom, that's my main thing. Like, have you ate anything? And I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he eats all organic, all fresh all the time, because he doesn't. We're Mexican. We do a lot of we have a lot of protein and stuff. But I know if I'm gonna make like something with green beans in it, I know he hates them. I'll pick them out. I'll put him in for us, but I'll pick his out. I know that he doesn't like anything too soppy, and as long as it's not too like brothy or soppy or whatever, he'll eat that. That's fine. So sometimes I have to make an adjustment or make like a completely separate batch for him. But guess what? Now he has lunch for like 2 days or something. And even now for school, they were like, oh, do you want him to feed? He qualifies for the free program. And I was like, he won't eat your food. I'm going to pack him his lunch, but thank you. So I just pack him He eats breakfast here. I pack him a snack, and then I pack him his lunch, and he eats everything. Brings the dishes home empty every single time. So I feel like you just gotta cater to your kids sometime. I know sometimes it's hard, and if you've had a long day, you've been overwhelmed, and you don't even feel like cooking for yourself. But like, they gotta eat. If you don't want to eat, don't eat. But they have to eat.
Yeah. It just sucks. People are like saying in the comments how they've been invalidated like as children, and like nobody deserves to feel that way. You know what I mean? Like if you don't want to hug that toxic relative and take care of them for life, like you should be allowed to say no.
Yeah.
You should be allowed to say no to eat foods that like give you sensitivities and things like that. You should be allowed to say no, you know?
That's a really strong boundary for us too. We'll go to my grandma's house, and I have like 65 cousins, and whatever, and they'll be like, "Hi, give me a kiss." And Leo'll be like, "No, thank you." And they're like, "What you mean, no, thank you?" And I'm like, "He means no, thank you. That's it. It's done. It's over. Conversation over." They're like, "Damn." I'm like, "Where's your manners?" He has manners, but he also has boundaries.
Yep. That part.
I just hate at the moment we're getting a lot of like she said something about he's not going to learn this at school. Well, how the fuck would you know? How do you know what they're learning at school? Like, it's because that's what Kelsey Ray fucking was going on about. Like, she called school her daycare. Fuck all the way off with that. Like,
Jesus.
yes, you sign over your like guardianship to a school, but we are not there to parent. We're not there to parent. It's a different thing. And you, Kelsey Ray, you're going to homeschool? Really? Really?
Oh,
You?
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
as
Oh.
someone who was homeschooled, it's a hell of a lot of work, and I don't know if Kelsey
She's
Ray
busy.
She's
has to
busy.
be
I don't
work
think she has the time for
do
all
it.
that, babes. Oh,
Yeah.
to do a good job, I should say.
Yeah.
And listen, I get that homeschooling can be very productive and like very like good for the child and the parent.
It depends.
And as someone who is capable of doing that and focusing on homeschool, I consider it for a second. But also having a neurodivergent kid requires them to have a little bit more social interaction outside of the home with other children their own age, which is why I chose to put Leo in school. And no shame to the person that homeschool. I'm just saying, me even having all the time in the world, basically, and being a stay-at-home mom and working from home and everything, I looked into it a little bit, and I was like, no, you know what? Ultimately, he needs a social interaction. Am I worried that something's going to happen in his school every day? Every day. Every day. But I feel like, and I'm not saying like, oh, that's a risk I'm willing to take, because that it's not. I know that the measures that the school is taking, no one has access to the children during the day. If you want to go drop off like lunch or whatever, you can't go past a certain point. They have a cop on site all the time in the back and the front entrances of the school. You have to have like your parent ID to pick up your kid. You can have your own ID, but if you don't have your parent ID and your car tag, you can't pick up your kid. So they're very strict about like who has access to the children within the day, which is why, again, I chose to put Leo in school. I felt like he would be safe enough, and if anything, he's literally down the street from me, so I can just run over there if whatever. But no shame to the homeschooling mom, but it is a lot of work. I looked into it for a second, and I was like, I know I can't do this, at least not properly, so I'm gonna send him to school. And I appreciate everything that the teachers, especially the teachers with the kids with special needs, do, because I can barely handle my own kid. I can't imagine a class of like 10 or 12 kids, even with teachers assistants. So
yeah, I'm just gonna read this super fast. What Rivka said. If you want, we can go to the next one. I have it ready. I had a step-gran who poisoned me with mushrooms. She didn't believe I was allergic. That family wouldn't let me bring food in case they were tempted off of their fad diets. Yeah, I would be no contact with that person too.
Yeah,
that is disgusting.
That's fucking disgusting.
Absolutely.
That's a no. That's an absolute no.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
There's a big divide in people who love and hate coriander. Have you heard of it? Like there was
some people
like
say soap. No.
yeah. I love coriander, and I had a friend, and she used to say, I hate coriander. I hate it. it makes the inside of my mouth tingle and I hate it. I'm like, you don't hate it. You're allergic to it. That's different. She's like, no, I hate it. I'm like, so that was
I mean,
her
I
little
don't like peaches,
allergy.
but I'm allergic to peaches. Like the fuzzy on the peach, I can eat it peeled, but if the skin, like the fuzzy skin, touches me, hives just everywhere.
Really?
So I have to peel it if I want to eat it. Yeah, and my brother has allergic to avocados. He's allergic to avocados. Same thing happens to
Oh,
him with
that's
avocados.
sad.
Yeah.
Avocados are so good.
I
do
know.
love
I love
avocados.
me some wok.
Tell me about it.
Oh
Tell
yeah,
me.
cilantro. Sorry, cilantro people.
Oh, you all call it okay, but yeah, I don't like it's soap. It's soap. It's soap.
It depends where
Oh,
you're from, but
okay.
I knew what you were saying. The cilantro, yeah.
All right. Oh yeah.
Okay, so because
Is
she has
this big
4
enough?
kids, do you want to do the other one that we had? So I don't have to.
Oh,
You can
I don't
also
have
read
to.
it from here.
Oh, I can also do that.
Read it from here.
oh, like the other set
Yeah.
out. Okay.
Oh, let me try
Oh,
to
now
make
it's
it a
a
little
little big.
smaller. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay.
Yep.
For my chicken nugget only girl, she still isn't springing for her drink, but she doesn't spring for anything if it's not filled with sugar. For her, it's been compromise and hard lines. I offered to trade in the gut drink for X amount of vegetables instead, and with that, she chooses the gut drink. So you're having her drink happy juice instead of her vegetables? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh
Happy
my
juice
Those
is not
things are
better
not
for you than
equal.
actual vegetables. Are you fucking kidding me? The audacity. Also, my chicken nugget only girl, maybe she also has sensory issues too, and she wants to eat one kind of food all the time. You know? That's totally okay. Can you not make fun of her for it, please? Because it seems like a kind of a
Yeah, like my chicken nugget only girl.
doesn't seem like she's saying that in a sweet way, but that's just
No.
I don't trust her.
Also, P.S. If she actually cared about what her child was eating and she wanted to make the chicken nuggets healthier, you know you can make your own chicken nuggets and mix the veggies into them, right? I know because
Yep.
I've made those for Leo plenty of times when I forgot his chicken nuggets. He'll eat my chicken nuggets if I make them from home. But I don't think she's willing to do that. I don't think she's a mom that's willing to do that.
For blank, she begs for it. Yeah, like we saw her doing on Tish's video, and she didn't get it till the video was over. She begs for it and was really helping the eczema on her hands.
Oh God.
Oh my God. If she'd stop biting and sucking her skin raw from teething, I mean, that's what children do, you know? Kids' fundamental pack has changed their development in ways they don't see but feel. As parents, we see.
Mental wellness for kids can't be an afterthought anymore. They deserve better. Plus, as someone who's been through an active addiction and in recovery, I can look back in hindsight and see that mental health's role and see mental health's role in childhood and its role. Kids Pack helps stress resilience, anxious feelings, mineral absorption, focus support, screw meds for this young, and immune support. Fuck you. Oh my God.
If they need medication, they need medication. Like,
There's nothing shameful about that.
The twisty
my
part is there's so many and I'm not shaming any people who have religious beliefs in the chat. There is a group in like different religious circles that think that because you need medication of some kind, it is rooted in the fact that you're sinning or there's something wrong with like the way that you're living your life. And so if you're on medication, then you're not right with the Lord. And I know that sounds twisty. That's very like maybe it's more of a Southern thing or more of a fundamental like Baptist-y type of thing. I'm not speaking for all religious people, but that is something that is like an undercurrent of belief in some religious, like Christian type of groups.
I mean, it's the line, your body is a temple. So
Yeah.
it's like, you better treat your body like a temple. And it's like, okay, I think it means that you're supposed to love your body, respect your body, take care. I don't think it means that you can only eat vegetables for the rest of your life, but okay, you know?
Yeah. It's like going up and like going to church on Sundays, and then you go up to the front and you get prayer for depression or anxiety or whatever, and you think like, oh, God's gonna fix whatever it is, when if you have a chemical imbalance, that there are solutions out there for you, and it's like you have to unlearn. I'm saying this from experience, but you have to unlearn stuff, and then she's playing off of people's fears about being on meds.
Yep.
It's just twisty as hell. It's
It's really
Mhm.
gross.
It's messed up. It's messed up.
Yeah.
And is that
as
all
a
she?
mom of
Is
a-
that
Go ahead.
is that all she was? She was. Her only treatment for her daughter's eczema was the kids fundamental pack. Is that it? Like,
Oh, that's
if
a
that's
good
it.
point.
Right.
Like,
Because
what
she
the
said,
fuck?
yeah, there are things you can do.
You can use creams to sanitize it. There's plenty of treatments that are not, you know what I mean? Like,
That aren't
yeah.
fucking
that aren't
kids' fundamental
supplements.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as a child, as a mom again with a neurodivergent child, Leo has another evaluation at his 6th birthday. He's obviously too young to be on any sort of meds right now, but you better believe that if he gets evaluated again and they're like, oh, he might need some medication for assistance and making his life a little bit easier, you better believe I'm gonna say yes. Because why would I sit here and watch my son struggle when I can help him? You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just, it's, I think it's heartless for when parents of kids with disabilities or like focus issues and stuff are like, oh, I can fix them. They don't need to be fixed. You just need to accommodate for them. Why would you want to fix or change your child? Just maybe make some adjustments and learn them, give them the tools for when you're not around, they can take care of themselves. And I know that disabilities vary, there's a large spectrum to, my son is what they would call high functioning, but even if he wasn't, you just make adjustments for your kid and you give them the tools to do their best on their own. I think that's the most important thing. But I don't think she cares about that. I don't think she cares about trying to even make she just wants it fixed and solved like this, and she thinks that her supplements are doing that, and they're really not, in my opinion.
I think that post also counts as like hating on big pharma too, because she like villainizing taking medicine at the end of her post.
Yes, I agree. If there's an anti-big pharma, you can mark that one off too. I've been putting them in the chat for everybody. So hopefully that helps if anybody hasn't seen anything.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, this next one's really bad. Let me just say real quick, like with what Kareenah was saying, stop trying to fix your kid, fix your attitude.
Yep.
Okay? They don't need to be fixed. Your kid is not broken. Your kid needs support. So change, you know what? Let me tell you what you always tell us. Change your mindset. Okay? Have a better mindset about that. How about that? Why don't you do some meditation 10 minutes a day and reflect on why you want to fix your kid so badly? Okay? You brought them into this world and they are beautiful just the way they are. Tantrums and all. Okay? Deal with it. Oh.
Yeah. Stop pharmaceutical hating. Stop it, haters. You pharmaceutical haters.
Yeah. It takes so much energy to be anti, doesn't it? That's what Krista said the other day.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I mean, it does, but I would rather be fighting for the right thing than be indifferent. So,
yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Gus will be back because this is a bad one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a bad one. No worries.
I'll be back in like maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Is this big enough, or do you want to do it on the other one?
On this one? Oh no. Hang on.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Yep.
So I just took a screenshot of one of her reels. This is me now. This is me without anxiety and stress, keeping me from being the mom I've always wanted to be. This is me free from the chains of addiction, free from anger and worried constantly about money. This is me now. Better than any high or drunk. Better than any buzz. Who knew working the serotonin in our gut could feel this good? This is me now. And this could be you too.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Where is it?
Oh my god, ew, David.
Ew, David. Ew, no, David.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Ew.
You know how many
Is she
people
wearing?
are looking at this and like we can see it for what it is being on the outside of MLM for me being a year, and this is still me feeling like I get sucked back into crap. But it's like people who, don't want to be tied to an addiction, or they want to have financial freedom, or they want to be happy, and they're looking at this person in this parasocial way and they're like, oh my god, it's just $150, it's just $100, it's just $69, whatever it is. I could at least try it, I could at least give it a shot. And then this person gets in your life and they're like, oh well, you probably need to be taking it for 6 months to see like a true change. So just keep ordering it for 6 months. Oh, well, you probably would see a true, like a better, like just keep doing it for 6 more months. A year out, you'll probably see an even better result. And oh, try this supplement with it. And you can get sucked in and you can stay like sucked in for a while.
Mhm. And you may as well come to convention if you've been on the product this long. Just come along to convention. It's all
Yep.
about that stringing them along, and that's why they all have the fast start, because it lulls them into thinking they're going to make all this money. But as soon as the fast start time's up, oop, where did your check go? Where'd the rest of that money go?
Mm-hmm. It's
Tumbleweed.
just
Also, what the fuck is she bragging about? We've seen her be a bad mom. Like the time that her tire popped or her car stalled or whatever, and the kids were literally running on the edge of a curb. It wasn't even a straight line where they could be seen. It was a curb. There was a tiny little human walking around unattended while she was on her fucking phone. Is that the parent you were trying to be? Because if that is what you were aiming for, you're doing a great fucking job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't sit here and tell me how great of a parent you are when I've seen the complete opposite. And don't shame me for giving my children medication if they need it. And don't tell me that you can help me with my stress and my depression. And don't tell me that you are also some sort of dietitian or anything like that, and that you can help me with my gut health, because you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
can't.
the fact she has been free from the chains of addiction, as she says, for 10 years. Okay? So the fact that she's trying to act, she always acts like Amare did this for her. And Tish says the same thing, you know what I mean? She never makes it clear where the timeline is, when she actually started taking the, you know what I mean? She makes it sound like she's had it from day one.
2
Yeah.
years. But yeah, she does tell it like she has only just like that she's been on Happy Juice her whole sobriety journey. And that's not true. It's not true. You've
Yeah.
only been in Amare for the last 2 years. She was in what was she in? She was in
Beachbody.
Beachbody.
Yeah, that's where I first had the run in with her with the Smart Crew, and I had a run in with her.
Oh.
I didn't know you guys had a run in with her. I love that. Ah.
But yeah, she's a wild time. But I wonder if her story is gonna change, because she said, "Well, I've been sober by myself this long, but it's so much easier because I have Amare and because I have Happy Juice and blah blah blah." When she was saying the same thing about Beachbody, that she got sober and Beachbody and stuff, like you'd have to go. I wonder if I just need to download her whole Instagram so I can go back to the beginning. But it's like, ugh. Hi, Aaron. Hello.
Hello,
Hey,
Erin.
welcome. Hope you're doing well. I cannot
Oh, she
believe
better
she.
not. I tell you what, Erin better not come on here and win bingo. I'll tell you. I tell you.
Let me drop this link. I think wink. I think she can do it. I don't know what you're talking about. I think she can do it. I can't believe she also did that in Beachbody, saying that Beachbody got her sober. What a sorry, I don't want to call her disgusting. I don't want to call her, but like her behavior and her actions are disgusting. Okay, the way she's treating people, like she has to know that this can hurt people. She has to know.
It's unethical and it is immoral, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, that's my lone opinion. Maybe that's all of our 4 opinions on the internet in saying that something was responsible for something as serious as sobriety for the purposes of making money off of people who are looking for answers. It's twisty. It's not the same thing as actually going to a program and getting sober, or getting sober on your own, or getting sober on your own with the help of a medical practitioner, i.e. a medical doctor who's helping you supplement your sobriety and like doing it safely. It's not you tying someone in to a commission structure and a broken compensation model. It is not the same as doing it with someone who's not associated with this fuckery. So
Mm-mm.
Mm. And you know what?
I
I
go ahead.
always talk about my prescribing doctors and my medication that I'm on for my addiction treatment. I never hear her talk about doctors or medical treatment or anything like that. Like I'm medically supervised. I have to get a needle once a month, like I see my medical team like all the time, and I've never heard her talk about that. So like, what are you doing? Like, it's just frustrating.
yeah.
I know Val didn't want to say that she's a horrible, disgusting person, but I will say it. She is a horrible, disgusting person. And I think that the fact that she went out of her way to piss everyone off, like, using her addiction, or like her history with addiction, using her children, using, what's it called, her neurodivergent child with sensory issues, and just she just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna piss everybody off. So I'll say it. She's a horrible, disgusting human being, in my opinion.
And just
Seconded.
and I at first thought, oh, she hasn't noticed the coverage because she didn't change anything. You know what I mean? And she didn't post any, but now I'm noticing little bits and pieces about, I'm gonna do this even if the haters tell me not to. Internet disclaimer.
Oh.
If the meds work for you, that's fine. But this is my truth and I will not be silenced. You know what I mean? Like, she sees it and she doesn't care. So that says a lot to me also.
Yes, the FTC might silence you for your truth, your sober guide, in the form of a freaking financial fine. Have you ever thought about that for 1 second? I don't think so. I don't think these independent contractors think that they are. I think they all think they're above the law, and that's not the case. So what? The FTC is a smaller organization. We're going to continue helping them build cases when they decide they have enough information to go after someone. Gone after it, Reps and doTERRA. They have put pressure on people in Monate, and there were people that were for the state of Florida let go an independent contractor because they were saying the Monate supplements helped keep you safe from getting the vid. There's so much, like, there are things being done, and who can help spread awareness? Sure, people on YouTube and Instagram and in your own life, you equipping yourself and you learning what's out there and what's happening, you can help someone in your own life. We're going to keep bringing attention to it, and I'm going to keep filing reports with the FTC. So maybe one day they go after your sober guide and say, like, what you're doing is wrong. And we can say what you're doing is wrong, even if you are skirting the law, in my opinion, at this moment in time.
And
Also,
plot twist, you won't be silenced, neither will we. So good luck with that.
Yeah, and why don't you ask your chief scientific officer about getting sued by the FTC, because he has been sued for millions.
Yep.
So you should probably be more careful in Amare than any other company, like, because he's already been sued.
Yep.
Yeah. And you know what? People can say all day long, oh, but this is just the distributors that are going off. Like, this isn't like the people at the company. Deecee and I, we both snuck into the same Amore Zoom a few months ago, and we all saw what Dr. Sean Talbot was saying in that Zoom. One of the things that I still remember, this was like 8 months ago, okay? One of the things that I still remember him saying was that you can plan to get off of your medication while you're taking Happy Juice. Medicate because it's going to help with your blood pressure, help with your blood sugar, help with your heart rate. Like, this is the whole company. This is not just Miss Sober Guide here, even though we're focusing on her because some of her claims are some of the most harmful I've seen. But like, this is a company culture.
Yes, for sure. Having people who are not licensed to do anything, they're not licensed to do anything in Amore except get people stuck in a broken compensation model. The problem is you're going to have an independent contractor with no medical background, no malpractice insurance, telling someone, yeah, you can get off your medications. They're going to try to get off something like Lexapro, which is an SSRI that has awful side effects when you go off of it cold turkey. And someone's just going to say, oh, Happy Juice can help you. Happy Juice is going to be able to replace what you're taking. And no, you can end up in the hospital for those kind of withdrawals. You have to do it with a doctor. That's not to scare you out of taking medicine. That's saying that information should not be spread and answers should not be given from unlicensed medical individuals about medical shit.
Yeah, it's something that should happen gradually for your own health and the people around you as well.
Yeah. And for
historically, sorry, real quick. Someone's new to bingo. Would her claims be considered not compliant? We absolutely think so.
Yes,
so let me send what we've marked off so far. And then
I
can send
imagine
a bingo card.
eventually we'll probably get to using a random study in a proprietary blend product, and super expensive product is another one that probably will come up.
Yes.
It is a super expensive product.
I marked off proprietary blend because when Gus and Val read that answer for their anonymous question, I marked off proprietary blend because that was in her answer about why their product was so good and they couldn't give it out because, someone's going to steal it. So.
Okay, perfect. I just added that one. And then I'll add expensive product too because Happy Juice is being talked about extensively. And she's going to go a lot more into the products on this one. Whenever you're ready, you can pull it up. I'm going to turn off the camera just for a quick second. I'll let it play, but not for too long.
Buy Nothing is actually
let me know if you need me to
that
pause
got
it,
us
okay?
through really hard times too when we couldn't afford things. So I'm super grateful to give back to that page. But why I came down here is because I was like, I cannot focus. And if you guys don't know, I have ADHD. I was diagnosed straight out of rehab. Wish I would have had more answers earlier because a lot of people self-medicate their ADHD with alcohol. And I realized I didn't take my supplements this morning. So GBX Fit is what I take to help with sugar cravings, which also helps with alcohol cravings. Alcohol is so loaded with sugar. And then especially before my period, I really need focus. Focus is what I take in place of ADHD.
Oh my God.
You've been off alcohol for 10 years. How do you have alcohol? Like, can you still get cravings 10 years later? I don't know.
Maybe, but it doesn't. I don't want to say. I don't know.
I mean, you could if you have wine bottles in your house, like she did for that one reel.
I think you can have like very strong urges, like from what I've heard when I've heard people talk who are 5 years out, or like emotional events can get you, stress can increase because like those like things are still there. They're not like I think it's easier when you're further out, but I think you can still get them. From what I understand.
Speak on that. I'm about 10 years out since I stopped completely drinking for like 5 or 6 years, I think. I just recently started socially drinking again, since I still have a glass of wine, or Jack will bring me a beer or like maybe a mixed drink or whatever. But 10 years out, I don't have like daily cravings anymore. And I don't think about getting blackout messed up all the time. I think it's more of a sometimes when I'm in a really stressful situation, I'm like, I need some wine. But it's not I need to drink the whole bottle, or I need like a shot of tequila and like drink the whole bottle, or it's not like that for me anymore, but it could vary person to person. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
but that's just my experience with, being 10 years out. She says she's like 10 years out too, right?
Yeah, she's 10 years out. And what some people are saying is that, yeah, you can still get cravings because it's kind of like when you get triggered by something, like even if it's been a really long time since you've gotten triggered, like that trigger is still there, So I can understand that aspect of it. Especially,
I agree with
if
that.
especially if she was using sugar a lot afterwards, you know what I mean? Then maybe it does help her with the sugar craving. But I have to doubt it. And I also have to doubt that this medication that she's not medication, these supplements can be used in place of ADHD medication. Like, you can't say that. You cannot say that. Sean Talbot said, you know what? We have the studies to prove that, but we're not allowed to say that. He said that. I don't think you have
I
the
think
studies to
I
prove that,
agree
Sean.
with
But
what the people are saying in the chat, that you can still get cravings, and I'll corroborate that, because when we were having the whole situation with my dad before he got cut off, I remember, but it wasn't more because of it was more self-destructing kind of behavior, because I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't handle this anymore. I don't want to, I can't, and I won't. And I just need to not think about it. So I agree. Yeah, I agree. I guess, I mean, if she's under stress because of the MLM and how her like PV and GV and recruiting and shit, I can see that being a stressful situation and her not wanting to think about it anymore. But to have like, then maybe get the fuck out of the MLM. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. If that's what's stressing you out and that's what's triggering your craving for alcohol, then maybe get the fuck out. Because being stressed can be, especially when you're just overwhelmed and like multiple things happen at once and whatever. I feel like it's very easy to be like, I can't think about this right now. I don't want to think about it right now. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to get fucked up and go to sleep. So I can see that. I can corroborate what the chat is saying.
Mm-hmm. Somebody did ask, sorry, super fast. Somebody did ask if we could add, we have the best product. I think she does imply that with all of this, especially with the people would steal our products if we gave out our blends. So I'm going to add that to the bingo list. And if anybody else has something that they think should be marked off, let us know so that I can just let everybody else know too.
I'm going to go use the facilities BRB.
Take your time. Take your time. Can I keep playing, or is anything else?
I
go for it. I'm listening.
Just wanted to like shout out. I know there's a lot of sober friends in the live chat, and that's a incredible thing that y'all are doing, and also educating in the chat about what your experience has been, or your experience with loved ones or former loved ones who are still sober or who relapsed. I think that's really an incredible thing for people to learn from. But I just wanted to, I don't know, let y'all know that we're thinking of you and that y'all are incredible.
Yeah, thank you. And there's an incredible sober community out there for you. The way that Peter Mon talks about sobriety, coming out of the other side, having friends around him, pizza party, you know what I mean? Like, he just makes it sound really nice. And I know it's not all going to be happiness, sunshine, and rainbows, but like the way that he said it coming out of the other side, it's a beautiful thing, And I'm glad that, there are role models like that. And I hope that, I'm sure that there's many, many other people who have come out of addiction on the other side, And if you're still going through it, you can still be a role model to people. You don't have to think, oh, like, I'm still struggling, like, I can't talk about this to anybody and maybe help somebody through it. If you don't want to, that's okay. But if you think that your story can help somebody and you're still in the thick of it, that's okay. You know what I mean? You can still help somebody. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why I talk about it so much, because like by all, impressions of who I am, like, I'm successful, I've got a career, I've got this and that, but it's a lot more complex, and I would have been considered a high functioning addict. But like, I was probably an addict for around about 20 years, and now 4 or 5 years not being on any drugs. So it's like it's it's a different story, and I think there's power in sharing it and making people not feel so alone out there, that we We there are people. There is help. If you're not ready for it, that's okay. If you are ready for it, that's okay. It's all okay. You know.
Yeah.
Mhm. But this is not okay what this lady's doing here. That's not
No,
okay.
I hate her shirt. I hate it.
What is it? Choose sober. I mean, okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, you needed to choose sober. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I needed to choose sober, not drinking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not everybody has to. That's okay. You know?
Mhm.
I do kind of get the sense from her page that she does shame people who drink. You
yeah.
all can let me know if you think differently when you go through her page, and I can understand it on some levels. I just kind of wish she wouldn't broadcast it so much. You know what I mean? You don't have to shame people who drink. I understand where you're coming from, you know, but like, it's just like, especially because she's like a professional and speaking as like as a professional, you know.
Yeah. Well, she can't support, drinkers because it doesn't fall into her narrative of being able to exploit sobriety and make money off of that sober journey. So that makes sense that she is niching down with her audience by telling people who are still drinking, you're not welcome here, or you better figure out how to get on the sober train, because that's how she's making all of her money, in my opinion.
Yep. Yep. And what Dainty said, abstinence is not the only path to recovery. For a lot of people, it has to be. Like, they really can't have it in their life, and like, that's okay. But some people might be able to have a glass of wine every once in a while, you know what I mean? And not fall down that path, you know, and that's okay too.
Yeah, and that's probably a conversation for a licensed clinician, or like a physiatrist or a psychotherapist or a psychologist or someone who has experience in that field. That's probably a conversation that, you may not want to have with someone who's looking to make money off of your yes on your
Yeah.
path to sobriety. Like
Yep.
Hannah Alonso talks about the motives behind the message or whatever. And I don't know all the wording, but she said, like, follow the money and like look at the motives. And so we're looking at this. It's like she's looking to sell products from Amare, and she does it under the umbrella, or under the cloak of sobriety, when sobriety is incredible and it shouldn't be exploited like she's doing it.
Yeah, I agree. It's
And
so
unfortunately, she's not the only one in Amare who
no.
uses sobriety. That it's a really big problem in Amare. It's
Yeah. The other big team that I can think of is Danielle DeGrande's team. They call it Sober Fuel, which is
No.
yeah.
they're the
just
sober
makes it-
rebels.
yeah.
Yes,
just makes
it's
it
Kareenah got it right. Yep. Look at the source, remember the motive. Yep.
Yep. Can I keep playing it?
Yep.
I remember it because I'm
Okay.
obsessed with Hannah. Don't tell her, okay? Bye.
The other thing I learned from her that I really like, if it's a cure all, it's a cure none.
I love that.
And
Sober
it's
guys need
perfect.
to learn that one.
And it's perfect for Amare because so many of their products have like, it can do this, it can do this, it can do this, it can do this. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, Jan.
It's Rejuvenate oil.
Also, shout out to Hannah because she shouted out my crochet page.
Hey!
Those baby I've already talked it up, but the baby hanging pots, shut up. They're
so
best.
cute. They're so cute.
Thank you.
And last Hannah note, if you didn't see her stories the other day, the Mary Kay album, please watch it so that you can get a good laugh. It was very funny.
I was laughing so hard.
It was so good. My mom even laughed, and she does not care about this stuff at all. Even she was like, "What is this?"
Demons and Mood Plus for extra stress, resilience, sadness, anxious feelings, but they just amplify for me when I get the week before my period. So
I think that's what happens to the majority of people that have periods, though. I think that's how PMS works. So I don't want to discredit her, but she says it's like that's what happens for me. But unless you have PMDD like I do, that's a pretty par for the course. I don't want to.
Yeah. Or what's
could be
wrong
wrong.
with talking to your OBGYN and saying, hey, is there something that I can be doing to mitigate some of these symptoms or these pre-symptoms that are leading up to my period? And they could say, yeah, this, or maybe if your insurance covers it, going to a pelvic floor therapist and getting their insights about stuff because they're pretty incredible too.
Mhm.
Oh no, we need to join a multi-level marketing company? Okay, got it. Thanks so much.
That's one of the first medical things that like I did on my own. Like when I turned 19, I was like, I am sick of this. I need help with my it was 3 weeks out of the month that I would be like horrible you know what I mean? That's not. And so I asked, and she gave me solutions, and you know, like it's not great every day, but it's definitely not you know, it's a lot better, and I'm so glad that I did that, and I never would have gotten it with Happy Juice. Never.
But like, also, what's wrong with having some feelings before your period? Like, listen, your hormones are all over the place. The other day I cried because my husband had been begging me for green enchiladas, and he came home and he said he had just ate out, and I cried. It was PMS, and there's nothing wrong with that. I was like, don't ever ask me to make you green enchiladas again. But like, there's nothing wrong, you know, like, just, it's okay for you to be sleepy and moody, and it's okay. Like, it's your hormones. Like, your body is literally shedding a whole layer of your insides. You know what I mean? So it's okay, especially if you have painful periods, you know, like I do. So it's just part of the period life. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You can get help, and you can like look for options. Like for me, I know that ibuprofen and the heating pad is the way to go. But there's other people that need way more than that, and that's okay to have too. Like, your MLM product is not gonna fix it. And if you need a good cry, fucking cry. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, someone said they PMS, they heard Selena sing and they started crying. But yeah, that's I don't need to be on PMS to have that happen, okay? Oh my goodness. Fun fact,
Dude,
a
one
lot of
time I couldn't find my keys and I cried.
Fun fact, a lot of people in my Spanish class didn't know what happened to Selena. And so we all watched the movie and everybody walked out angry, upset, pissed off. Everyone's like, what? What? What did she do? Yeah. And the same thing happened with my sister's class. They were all like, what? It's not funny. It's very sad, but I love just imagining a bunch of high schoolers angry about something that happened like 20 years ago that they can't. That's the funny part. Okay, sorry. God bless Selena. Oh my God, I tweeted about her and somebody asked me Selena Gomez, and I was like, no,
dude, tell us that we're old without telling us that we're old.
Like, are you kidding me? There's a reason I didn't call her Selena Gomez. Okay, come on. Oh.
So grateful for natural supplements.
Oh. So it says 42% decrease in feelings of anger, 20% decrease in feelings of sadness, 70% reduction of stress-related symptoms, support natural serotonin and dopamine production. Oh my God.
From what fucking study are we getting these numbers from? Because I'm just wondering, like, we're just pulling percentages out of thin air? Excuse
me? Watching this stream will make you 98% cooler, 75% less prone to MLMs, and 100% less a boss babe.
You will lose at least 3% brain cells. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. Also, okay, this one restores youthful brain function.
Okay, but if it's getting canceled out by watching her stories, then it really isn't a helpful product, okay?
PEMDAS.
That wasn't helpful. Okay.
No, PEMDAS. Increase short-term and long-term recall by 28%. I feel like that should be a separate category. You know what I mean? Because short-term recall is a lot different than long-term recall. My long-term recall, excellent. You asked me to remember something from 15 minutes ago, I will stare at you very confused. Okay, so that percentage would definitely be super different. I'm very sus of the fact that they're lumped together. reduces functional brain age by 12 years.
What? What about people who have something like epilepsy that impacts their short-term memory? What about people who are taking medication that impacts their short-term memory? What about people who have concussions or long-term concussion damage? Is that going to help them with this product? Oh wait, there's no asterisks. This product has not been approved by the FDA and should not be used to diagnose, treat, or whatever cure any illness. We don't see that on this slide. We just see hopes and dreams. And
what
it's
about
awful.
with moms with mashed potato brains like myself? Because listen, I have to write these days. I have to write everything down for me to remember it. I had to get a whole planner to like plan out my days and my weeks and stuff because I can't remember things because I'm so focused on my son. But I guess she wouldn't know anything about that, would she?
Yeah, or she's trying to target. Like she's trying to target people who want to improve their memory or something like that, which is twisty.
Don't drink this shit. Just get a planner. You'll be fine.
And I mean, how many people got the vid over the past few years and have had differing, but a lot of people have had drastic reductions. Look, I can't even talk to their brain function. You know what I mean? A lot of people have had issues because of the mass disabling event that is still happening, and you know what I mean? Like, one of my friends, she used to do cross country skiing. That woman has had 8 concussions. Okay, this mental focus is not going to get her to where she used to be before getting 8 concussions. That's just how it is.
Yep. And like. Where is the warning to say like please discuss taking supplements with your doctor to make sure they don't interact negatively with any medications you're already on? Oh, they don't care.
Never. She doesn't.
I bet she'd probably be like, well, it's common sense to consult your doctor. Yeah, she has none.
Yep.
Damn, these burns are so good. You're right, Harper. She's gonna need some fucking Neosporin for that shit.
I agree.
I think, and this is from the company though as well, but she does say this shit,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, another thing, brain age is just something I remember from that old Sudoku game. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah.
It was a Sudoku game? Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That's the only time I've ever heard brain age. Okay, my brain age was like 2, but I didn't know how to play Sudoku back then, okay? I know now. I get it, okay? Come on. And then improves concentration, attention, and alertness. Sure, Jan. Okay, this is too small, but it said helps with my alcohol cravings and has changed my whole relationship with food. Lady, you can't say that.
Do you want me to read the small text? I can see it.
Can you? Yeah.
Yeah, it said, what is it? The world's first quadbiotic formula in a convenient and cool purple pill that targets the gut microbiome for healthy weight loss. How it works: probiotic, inflammation, debloat, probiotic, appetite, less cravings, prebiotic, I think that's misspelled, stress, better sleep, probiotic, belly fat, loose inches. Why you'll love it: weight loss support, improves gut health, reduces bloating and inflammation, regulates appetite and cravings. How to use it: simply take 1 pill per day for accelerated benefits. Take 1 pill in the morning and 1 pill in the evening. That's it! Exclamation mark.
If it's not working for you, then you have to take 2 a day. Good to know. Good to know. Spend more money.
If your product was so good, you only need 1.
Like, oh my God, Hannah. I wonder if those capsules actually dissolve instead of coming out whole.
Burn.
You know what I was wondering earlier? If they make you see green, like the freaking the strips. Y'all remember that? Everything looked green. That sounds like you got the wrong kind of strip, my guy.
I don't know why that felt like a simpler time, I just
It did.
I think Jessie Lee just had her hair dyed. Like, what a time! What a time! Oh man.
We weren't watching anyone do enemas on the floor. We weren't.
You know who's doing enemas now?
Court.
Courtney.
Miss Courtney,
The
she said,
number
I'm
one-
finally doing the enemas.
I just uploaded
Why?
2 videos from Courtney into the free anti-MLM folder, and
Yes.
I put 10 new videos in the folder for everybody. So
Thank you.
On my way.
I'm gonna add some more at some point. I keep forgetting, but I have
Me
some
too.
things, so
Me
I'm
too.
gonna add to it. Yeah, I like as much as I feel bad for Courtney, I'm also just done. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've hit the point of no return with her. I'm just kind of sick of it. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely moments where I'm like, oh, that's so sad. You know what I mean? But
it's
she's
just hard to watch.
She's just
I stopped feeling
enabled.
bad for her when she shut the door in her son's face. Fuck her.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mhm.
was it for me. That when her husband came in and threatened us with legal action, girl, you know better than that. Come on, not Courtney Shartney. Oh, Miss
Too good.
Cart.
Too good.
So I'm going to leave my link. Make sure it says Bethany on top. So that way when you sign up, you make sure you're plugged into my education groups.
And plugged into my downline.
Plugged into my commission check. You have a God.
You know,
It's
she also
like she's saying like, "Oh, you suckers, like better use my stuff." And it's like, "Oh, okay, just we can smell your commission breath from here." So, okay.
Also interesting, she admitted that once you get to a certain rank in the company, you can sign somebody up under you. So like you can stack somebody. So her husband is basically stacked and she can sign people up under her husband. So sometimes if you go to these links, it'll say John and she'll say, "It's okay that it says John, don't worry."
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And the chat, you guys are on fire tonight. Coming through with the comedy.
Will Happy Juice fix her frame rate too? Oh, not the Happy Juice enema, y'all. I'm gonna start banning people. I'm joking. Oh man,
I'm out for everyone.
Everybody gets. You get a timeout. You get a timeout. You get a timeout.
Oh. I'll send you a message after, but you can get those to the mood and the focus with Menasync, which I really recommend your first 30 days with Happy Juice, the energy,
the timeline of you need to take this supplement in the first 30 days with this to have the most effective outcome. And then, oh, by the way, but if you really want good things, month 2, you need to do these things. And then you need to separate. Whatever. Okay. She is basically prescribing people supplements.
Yeah.
For medical reasons. You cannot do that. You cannot play doctor.
No. She's playing doctor. She loves to play. And it's just so disgusting. Ugh,
yeah.
Sorry.
I have a recipe for her. If you want to be a better mom, get out of your MLM. Stop pretending to drink when you are a sober person. Stop ignoring your child. Stop calling them cock blockers. Maybe tend to your neurodivergent child and accommodate for them. I don't know. You know, I have maybe like a longer list, but those are just the first ones that come to the top of my mind. And then if you're not going to do any of that, maybe just fuck off.
So someone asked how pricey these are. I know that Happy Juice is $140 if you're in the company, and that's 3 separate products it's more expensive to not get them as the bundle. And I think the hormone pack is like $89. Could be wrong. These are expensive supplements. These are expensive.
Mentabiotics. Mentabiotics is $73. Then I think the one what was she using in this one? Menta Focus? Was she
Menta Focus. I think that's a part of the Happy Juice.
Oh, okay. On its own, Menta Focus is $45. But that's only on a subscribe, and normally it's $51. And that's just for you. That's not for your partner or your husband or whatever.
Or your cow.
And they say that this is the same type of talk that was in Young Living, is that, but you're taking your health into your own hands, and you're going to be, it says preventive, and think about all the money you're going to be saving if you don't have to fight cancer, if you don't have to fight, obesity, if you don't have to fight any type of comorbidity, think about that. You're taking it, there's nobody between you and the solutions you need to be healthy. That's the type of stuff I'm sure is going on. And then on top of that, she's saying this is going to help you keep you sober and maybe save your marriage and maybe like keep your family together because you're not losing your shit on your kids and your spouse or your partner,
It's
whatever
gonna fix your kids.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's gonna fix your kids. So anybody would want to pay anything if they thought that it was the solution to helping their family. Even though to us, being on the outside of MLM, it looks schemy and manipulative and unethical and immoral. You have people that are looking for answers that don't know the twistiness about multi-level marketing, and they're gonna for sure say yes to her.
It's just not. It's just nasty. She's nasty. Ugh.
The Menabiotics and the nootropic, which really helps my ADHD, helps regulate my nervous system, takes me out of fight or flight. They all synergistically work together.
You cannot say that. How many times do we have to say that?
I don't
Why are
know.
you
Like,
why is she in fight or flight all the time? What the fuck?
I mean,
That's not
I like for some reason go there often for some reason, and my like I'm working with a therapist to not, and she's saying, oh, but this powder is going to make sure that you don't do that. When okay, it's talking through stuff, it's retraining your body in some things, it's focusing on your breathing, and there are studies that show like working with your breathing can help calm your vagus nerve or whatever it is, and like there's stuff that you can do working with a professional, and it's not a powder from an MLM company is the rage I'm trying to communicate.
Yeah, and isn't it like a response to trauma too? Like again, like Deecee said, that's something that should be worked out with a therapist, and that's coming from someone who overshares constantly and like. But I have talked about all these things with my therapist before. I just like to share certain things because I don't want people to feel alone.
Yeah.
But it's just like if you're always in fight or flight, then that's something you got to get that checked out, dude. Like that's not okay, especially to be in that mode all the time around your kids, your small kids at that.
Yep.
Ugh,
Mhm.
gosh.
Yeah, and I feel like this is true from Kirsten as well. That
Yes.
I think that she is ableist, especially the way she talks about autism with her kids.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it is internalized, you know what I mean? I'm sure that she's had a lot of issues, you know what I mean, trying to get accommodations and things like that. But, she is coming from the perspective of a mental health professional. So I feel qualified. Not qualified. I feel okay saying like you can hold that back a little bit more. You're a professional. You know what I mean? I think we all have a responsibility to be less ableist, especially not especially like whether it's internalized or not, but especially someone who calls himself a mental health professional. Like you need to deal with that better.
Yep.
So I went with the starter pack. It was a no-brainer for me because I need extra help with focus. I need help with my anxiety. I know these things about myself. History doesn't lie. And so I wanted that extra support when I go into something. I'm going to go all into it.
AKA, please get the biggest product pack because it'll help you. Right? Right.
I'm not going to say half-ass it and say, it didn't work. So I'm going to leave the starter pack link here, and then I'll leave the Happy Juice Only link after. And this link is Happy Juice Only. Both of them come with free $70 product credit, which is super, super cool because it gives you the leeway to choose.
Is that going to be a smart ship thing? Because she's going to say the $70 credit is... I interrupted her, but I'm just...
No, please.
Irritating me to no end because she already shamed people for not buying the bigger pack, and then she already said, oh, well, you have to take it all, or you can't be like those people that said, oh, it didn't work. You know what? If you feel like a supplement isn't working for you, stop buying it and stop taking it.
Mm-hmm.
End of story. Unless it is a prescribed medication, then talk to your doctor and see if you need to wean off of the prescribed medication in a safe way, and talk you know, as someone who's scared of the doctor, talk to your doctor. That's not something
Yeah.
to play with.
Yeah.
Also, you can half-ass your MLM products all you want. You know what shouldn't be half-ass? Being a mom. But that's just me.
Ooh, yikes, burn.
Yikes.
Agreed.
Yep.
A product that you want to try out with your next order. So this one is
Your next order. So first you have to spend like $300. Then you get a 70 product credit after you spend more money. And I'm sure that you can only use that credit if you spend enough money. Like, I'm sure it can't just be like, oh, I'm going to get like a $2 something and then spend my $70. No, it has to be like above $50. I bet you my whole heart. Ugh.
It's going to be Happy Juice. It's important to note too that this one is customer only. Affiliate, I feel like it's zoomed in. Affiliate is free right now. That's a $69 value. It allows you to share with friends and family and get a cut for it. Basically a thank you check for the referral, which is super awesome. And then a little bit of income each time your friend decides to order thereafter, which is awesome.
Where's the lying square?
So you're a rep. So you're a rep. You're not an affiliate. You're a rep.
Yeah, that's it. Like, what the fuck? You are signing them up to be in your downline. That's so deceptive. Fuck all the way off.
And I made a reel about this because there is actually an affiliate part of these companies allegedly in Amare now. There is actually an affiliate side. I think you just ignore the rest of the compensation plan. Whatever, okay? But when you try to sign up with her link, it says that you're a brand partner.
Yep. And you have to, all of the affiliate links that I've looked into with other companies require you to have a monthly thing that you're buying to activate your affiliate link. So it's not a true affiliate link like what you would get with other companies where you share it and you get paid if someone buys through it. You have to pay to play, which is inherently not an affiliate link. So liar, liar, liar pants.
And she says that she's one of the worst. Like, she will never actually call it network marketing MLM. It's always affiliate marketing, affiliate marketing, affiliate marketing, affiliate marketing.
Which is a lie.
It's a lie. Like, if you're gonna be like, why do you have to lie about what you're doing? You know what I mean?
Because it's too hard to sell when you're telling the truth. It's too hard to get people to sign up because they don't want what you are offering, in my opinion. Man.
Yeah, I mean, if she just said, oh yeah, you can actually do the affiliate side, but you know, the majority of the ways that you make money in this company are recruiting based, so you're not going to get the majority of the ways that you can make money. Most people are going to hop over to the other side anyway. Come on.
Yep.
That's what I do. It's a lot what a lot of people do as affiliates these days. So
you are lying.
She just said she's an affiliate and she's not. She's on the recruiting side.
She has a team. She has a team.
Liar, 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 liar pants on fire. Okay.
Ugh, what a liar.
So if you have any place online or do stories, it's smart to monetize your scroll. So if you would like to be affiliate free with your Happy Juice pack, send me a message here and I will make that cart up for you. But this is customer only.
Why do they do that?
You know what's also,
I don't understand.
You know what's also smart? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. How can they, like, it's so condescending to say, I will make a cart for you.
Yeah. Like, they can't do it themselves.
Someone made a video about me and Deecee. Where?
I don't want to talk about it, but
we're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
The last word rhymes with care, and she did a debate with Dominic Izzo, and we don't like her around here. So yeah, no, we're not going to talk about it today. No worries.
I might talk about it on my channel because fuck that. But yeah. Anyways, going back to this stream, you know what's also smart? Getting the fuck off your phone and being a good mom.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
You know what's so funny? Sorry, somebody just said that this gives her Beachbody vibes. This lady was in Beachbody. Love that.
She was.
The thing is with Bethany too, she posts shit like that every day. every day.
Yep.
And she'll say, you guys might not have heard me talk about this before. What the fuck? You talk about it all the time.
Every day.
You know? Like,
Wish could attest how often I'm sending her stuff. Y'all can attest how often I'm sending you stuff from this rep. You know what I mean? It's every day. It's every day.
Yeah.
If you want another affiliate marketing one, I have it ready to go on the screen record. So this is another affiliate marketing lie because we love these. And I hope that the FTC comes for these people because they should not be lying about this. One of my favorite things about affiliate marketing is that I get to do it on my time, however it fits. Influencing always drives me nuts in a way because it was always around someone else's parameters. I despise nothing more than reshoots because there's a brand in the backdrop of my home or a kid's eye is closed or I said something my words, not theirs. Today, I'm simultaneously working out, entertaining the girls, and listening to a replay of the Leader Mastermind call that helps me coach the people who join me. I even had time for an outfit change. Only today and tomorrow to get a free account for Happy Juice. If you want more info, I have a quick link that brings it all down for you.
Oh my god.
You're not an affiliate. Come on now.
Yep.
And you're not an influencer either. Like, you're just not. You're an MLM distributor, salesperson. It's ridiculous.
And she's saying I hated that I had to be when I was an influencer and when my eye was closed. You were in Beachbody. When were you doing that?
I know. I was in Beachbody a long time.
Right. Was Beachbody telling you that you couldn't post the thing with your kid's eye closed? I doubt it. I doubt it.
I mean, she posted her own stuff. She can reshoot whatever she wants to. Beachbody wasn't affiliate or influencer either. It was you being an independent coach, getting people to join your Facebook group, and you had to. A membership was paying the $140 Shakeology plaster fee, and drinking awful things on the internet and saying this will help you get skinny.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. That's not an influencer at all.
No, it's not.
And also, every affiliate does it in their own time. Are you kidding? Like, I have like an affiliate with one place, and I literally do nothing except share my code. That's it. That's it. Like, it's no labor that goes into it at all.
Right.
You know?
And they're not going to get mad at you if it's like not a perfect video, you know, like, or not a perfect something, you know what I mean? Like, ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Emily Favre can do all she wants to, and she uses Facetune, and she tells people they can't post pictures of her without her approval. Emma's told that already. So if you're saying you have no control over your pictures and stuff, that is another, in my opinion, deception on your part to make it seem like, oh, you know, it's so much better at Amare. It's not affiliate. You're paying to play. It's not, it may be on your own time, but it's not on your own dime because you have to buy products every month to get money from those purchases.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Or
no.
People would just call them all the same thing. You know what I mean? There wouldn't be such a difference. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have another one ready, Tish. I have to leave in like 15 minutes, so I can probably watch this one and then hop off.
We can probably finish up when the time's up.
Sounds good.
Taking my supplements.
Oh, one more thing. If anybody
right
wants more sober guide content, I have too much. I have plenty. So let me know. I'm thinking that we can use hashtag #StopSoberGuide on our posts, and we can band together as a community.
That sounds like a good idea.
So on the bingo, if you have, I'll just say, if you've got toxic positivity, you can have that.
Yeah.
Because she's pretty toxically positive. I love helping people. You can have bad audio because she doesn't have bad audio, but she does have bad vision. We can include bad audio on this one. I reckon.
Is anyone winning? How many
What
y'all
about
got?
time? Because she
Which
said
one,
earlier,
sorry?
monetize your scroll.
Monetize your scroll.
Is that pockets of
Um,
that different?
Yep.
It's different from what?
Which
I
one?
was-
Sorry.
I was wondering if pockets of time can be marked off because she said
Yeah.
monetize your scroll in the story before.
Yeah, I will agree with that. So I'll show the ones that have been marked off so far, and then if there's any
What
more, y'all
about
can let us
best comp
know.
plan? Since she was talking about the affiliate program.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Clear red flag. Yes, you can have that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of clear red flags here.
Mindset.
It's okay if it's not clear to you, though.
Proprietary blend, if you have that on its own as well. She's sort of hating on the 9 to 5, by
Yeah.
saying, sharing traumatic incident because she does share her sobriety journey.
Mm-hmm.
MLM called something else. I mean, it's an affiliate. Like that's the actual,
Yeah.
her thing. I'm not being clear. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully people clicked off a few on that one.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this one. This will probably be the last one because it's a bit longer.
Okay. I am taking my supplements, my happy juice right now.
So again, she does this every morning. She takes her supplements and says all of them what they are, just in case you don't know.
Not to be an asshole, but I'm here anyways. So did she not clean her camera before she decides to do this? I'm sorry. I am gonna ask about that because she said she monetizes her scroll. She makes money from her phone. Why not clean your camera so we can see what the hell's going on and what you're drinking? I'm just asking for myself.
Yep, and
love
for
it.
my friend.
I love asshole Deecee. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Spicy Deecee, asshole Deecee. Love it.
There's one of these where she says, I'm a successful affiliate marketer. Then maybe clean your camera and get more than 10 likes on your post. Sorry.
I couldn't tell if she was just in 144p or a dirty camera. Burn, AS, seriously.
Burn.
Oh my god.
Yes, Sarah. I just clicked that one off too.
Filter blurs natural features. Y'all can take that.
Oh, so she's being strategic about the dirty camera so that her skin can look more
nice and glowy.
I got it. I get it now. I'm sorry, sober guide. I didn't understand the strategy.
It's called artificial skincare. Have you ever heard of it?
It's called content, okay?
Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't want us to see her stuff.
Good point.
If the camera's blurry, you can't see any pores. It's true.
Now, so I thought I'd share with you guys. So day 1 of my period, I take Ignite. This helps hormone function in general. I take 1 male leading up to my period and then during my period.
What? Huh?
What?
Yes.
1?
You're just throwing your shit more out of whack because you're taking something that's meant for a man.
Oh, but no, women take these too all the time, and it's been encouraged by Sean Talbot. So I don't know why they even call it him and her, because clearly it doesn't matter.
No.
Oh my God. Is so gross. This is so gross.
So, Rivka, this is called, so the Happy Hormone Pack has 1 for her and 1 for him. And so she takes the him once now. So yeah, why are they gendered if they don't need to be gendered?
Because of their target market. Yeah. I mean it's because their marketing team is clueless at this point. And also their target market is highly traditional, in my opinion.
And they like the her and him stuff. Yeah.
It's just flaxseed milled into capsules.
In our opinion.
Yeah. Just it's joke.
John takes these as well.
Clearly a joke.
Now this
It
is
is-
waterless skincare.
It is waterless skincare.
Look,
Um,
the people from the olive tree, whatever, were we snuck into a Zoom, and then I didn't get one of the free things, but someone else who snuck in, who follows my channel, got one of the free things. The
you got a free
second,
thing?
yeah, they sent us a free little sample from the olive tree people. Second ingredient is water, and on the front of the bottle it says waterless, whatever skincare. I don't know where I put it, but the second ingredient is water. How? What is going on? I don't even understand. I'm sorry.
I don't get it.
Scroll trail.
I don't get it. I don't get it. No, absolutely valid.
It really helps with focus and sleep as well. When your hormones are out of sort, you guys, I'm experiencing my body. I was just telling my friend Beth, actually, that my body.
What does that mean? Oh, okay. Let me know any moms who've been pregnant if this is a thing, because this doesn't sound like a thing. She's gonna say that her body thinks that it's pregnant.
Body thinks it's pregnant. Every 2 years I've been pregnant, and I'm at that 2-year mark, and it's like I feel like it's so tricky. My body knows it's been like that the last 7 years, and all of a sudden I'm not. It's like it doesn't know what to do. It's freaky. Anyway,
did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? She
Anyway, baby screaming in the back.
Anyway.
But also, it is very easy for your body to think it's pregnant. Sometimes it can be like pre-period symptoms or whatnot. Because I know that I don't think my TMI, but my breast never hurt before being pregnant with Leo. And from a few months to now, I think it was from my last loss till now, every time I'm about to get my period, like literally my breasts get huge and they are super tender, which is something that never happened to me before. So this past time I was like, Harper, I think I'm pregnant. Oh my God, I think I'm pregnant. Because I was feeling all the fatigue and everything. But no, it was just PMS. So I guess it kind of makes sense, but I don't think she applied it in the correct. I don't think that's how that goes. Like, she said in a really twisty way, in my opinion.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, and
Mood
there is
Plus
such
really
a thing as phantom pregnancy. So in dogs, I know that. Like, Minnie had a phantom pregnancy, and it was kind of funny but sad because she picked a toy and she just walked around with this toy crying for like 2 days, and I'm like, oh sweetie.
Baby.
I'm sorry that you're not actually pregnant.
Me too, baby. Oh.
So it happens for dogs. I don't know if it happens for people. You know.
Yeah.
I've heard cases, so yeah, it probably does happen, but I don't know that. I think it's just another bullshit tactic to sell her shit. I don't think
to make it sound like it's
yeah.
I mean, she could be, you know, like again, you can go to the OBGYN if you're having hormonal fluctuations, and sometimes they can help, sometimes they cannot. So, but her using these to sell supplements that aren't regulated by the FDA, that she's getting a commission off of, it's like highly suspect. So,
yep, I agree.
It really helps with stress resilience, sadness, and anxious feelings.
You know what we couldn't say in Young Living? Anxiety, depression, sadness, that any essential oils or supplements helped with any of that, because we couldn't say anything impacted a structure function of the body with topical or internal, whatever, usage of essential oils or supplements unless there is an ingredient in that supplement. And then we could talk about that ingredient, like biotin, for example, because studies have been done on biotin. She can't say that.
No.
Does she have anything for preventing me from banging my head against this desk? Because God damn it, I can't.
I can't. Oh my God.
Shit.
Oh, look at this. Make sure it says John as your enroller. We do this together.
Oh my God. Stacking 101, example 1202, the sober.
But this doesn't happen in multi-level marketing, right?
Yeah. It happens.
We're all in a level playing field, right?
Yeah.
We don't all have a John that we can stack.
Oh, you mean multi-level, I think.
Oh, sorry. All right. Oh!
That
to
sounded
be
really
expect-
weird. We don't all have a John we can stack.
My bad.
Huge for me was sugar and alcohol cravings. They were just quiet a second ago after I checked on them, and now they're not.
Sure.
Sugar and alcohol cravings, because they're the same thing. Sit down. What are
Yeah,
Why don't I believe that the kids were quiet a minute ago?
I
Same.
don't. Or maybe they were quiet because you were actually paying attention to them. Maybe they freak out the second that you start filming because they know that you're going to be doing it for as long as possible. And they're trying to
Yep.
get your attention because they're like, I don't know, between the ages of 4 and 7.
And they can't
Yeah,
do
I mean-
anything themselves, and they need you. They need you to do stuff for them, like give them juice.
Yeah. I just
Like,
also
please.
can't get past her comparing sugar cravings and alcohol cravings in the same sentence. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
so
Like, they're one different, and you, from what I understand, I mean, you can die from withdrawals from alcohol or
Yeah.
from drugs,
Absolutely.
and
Mhm.
you cannot do that. You cannot die from withdrawal from sugar, if that is even could even be compared. It's just it's like, I don't even know what to say. I don't know why she does that, other than she is selling her product to whoever will buy it, and she's covering the gamut of whatever people would want to buy. And it's, in my opinion, inappropriate, insensitive, and unfair to people who have lost or who are struggling with sobriety. It's
It's
unethical.
so cruel. It's cruel. You know what I mean? Because you think, oh, I'm going to save my loved one's life with this shit. But
Yeah.
you're not.
And she's using fear to sell hope. And
Yeah.
that's gross because you cannot you cannot sell hope, you know? And I know that Max said that he doesn't think, he thinks that she believes what she's saying.
Sure.
I think that too, but I also think I think she knows that it doesn't work for everybody. I think she knows that. It's an interesting dichotomy of Mac looking at it from a distance because he has no history with it, and us looking at it like this sort of a pattern of behavior for her.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think even Mac said it. She puts herself in dangerous situations to break her sobriety all of the time to advertise this shit. Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yep.
It's just awful.
Yeah, she's
Which
putting
we know,
herself
we
in
know.
danger too.
Sorry to leave the party early. I'm having like a pain flare, so I need to pop out and go take my medicine. I'm super sorry that I have to
No
leave.
worries.
Y'all are incredible. You're in good hands of the other creators, and I appreciate y'all having me on bingo night. I hope good night. I'm sorry.
Love you. Take care of yourself.
Take care. We had a
Yeah,
great
take care.
time. Thank you. Bye. Yay, that was fun. I can probably only go for a little bit longer too, because my parents want to have dinner. And if I leave in 5 minutes, then I will get there right on time. So, so I can watch a little bit more. But yeah,
Okay.
it's just
Okay.
the same old, same old.
Swear to goodness,
Yeah.
you guys. And then I take Menta Focus. This is what I take instead of a stimulant on top of the nootropics that help with mood, metabolism, and motivation, which is part of the happy juice. So
Mood
I'll talk
metabolism.
about that.
Is that
in
a
my-
thing? Mood metabolism. Is that a thing?
Maybe she means mood, comma, metabolism, comma. But add a comma,
She-
bestie.
Maybe
Mm,
it's a thing to her.
I'm looking
Maybe.
it up.
Mm?
I'm looking it
Stories
up.
next, because it's been a hot minute since I've came on and shared what this drink does for me.
Really? Really? Because you do it all the time. Also, you hear that kid in the back?
The Happy Hormone Pack, which is the this drink does for me. The Happy Hormone Pack,
That's
which is
an
the Mood
itty
Plus.
bitty baby in the back. Like
Yeah.
that's a little tiny child.
That's not like a 14-year-old having a tantrum because the Pop-Tarts aren't right. That's like a
That's not
baby
even a
that needs help.
4-year-old. Like
Nope.
that's a itty bitty nugget. Like
Yeah.
Well,
And
she
she's just
said,
ignoring them.
she was pregnant
She's
2
so
years ago, so
used,
the baby's 1
like
year and
one.
3 months or something like that.
She's so used to the fact that she's so used to them crying that way that she doesn't even flinch is.
That's bad.
Mhm.
That's bad. You know? And also there are moments where she will just try to talk louder than them, talk over them. Like that's
Yeah.
weird. Stop the fucking camera.
That's not good parentship right there.
Nope.
It's
The
just
GBX
not.
like-
Fit and the Ignite that you just saw me take, that's part of my daily regimen. That is on sale right now with a free Omega, and Omega really helps sexual function as well. And you guys, I mean hormones in general. I don't mean just orgasms, although the orgasms that are happening ever since starting Ignite have been great. So
I don't care.
Why are you talking about orgasms in front of your children? What is wrong with you?
But if we try to tell kids that they can be gay, we're the ones who are being weird.
You know,
We're
all
the
hell breaks
weirdos.
loose.
We're the
my
weirdos,
God.
but you can talk about orgasms in front of your kids. You can pretend to drink entire bottles of wine. You can call them cock blockers. The second that we try to talk to them about gender expression and gender identity or sexuality, the fact that you can be attracted to more than one gender, no genders, nothing.
Or
We're the
identify
weirdos.
with no gender. Yeah.
We're the fucking weirdos.
Yes,
Okay.
we don't want your kids. We don't want your kids. We just want to give them a safe place to be if and when they find themselves.
Yep.
To put it lightly.
Because here's the thing, you
That's
guys
it.
are always parading the save our children, but we're going to have to be the ones saving your children from addiction and mental health issues because you refuse to support them the way that they are. So we, the queer community, will be there with open arms. Okay?
Yeah, and if you're so afraid of sexuality and shit, stop putting shirts on little boys that said heartbreaker or chick magnet or whatever the fuck else. Like stop dressing your little tiny daughters in like booty shorts and shit when they're like not even old enough to talk, dressing them like whole grown-ups. Like that's a you can't have it both ways. You can't be paranoid of the gays and then also dress your child very exposed, like
And post them on the internet.
Yeah,
in situations that are vulnerable.
Yeah, let them be kids. Don't force them to grow up. In my opinion, and this is, I know it's like a hot topic, but in my opinion, dressing them in like really exposed, it just exposes them to the creeps, not only like in person but on the internet if you're like posting them and stuff. Just protect your kids, not just your daughters, your kids in general. And it's just I don't know, it's just I hate it here sometimes so much because
me too.
Poor babies.
There are no clinical studies. Are you fucking kidding me?
She says, go Google it. Go Google it. Go Google. Oh, Aaron's favorite thing. Paging Aaron B's. Paging Aaron B's. Paging Aaron B's. Look at the S-curve, Aaron B.
Yeah. This is the best time to join.
It's always the best time to join. Always.
Yes.
Always. And make sure that it says John on the top so that you can get stacked under his leg and not mine, please.
Wow, she's really pushing that at the moment, isn't she? Wow.
Yep. I almost have bingo, y'all. Almost.
Wow.
Man.
So yeah, that's Bethany. I gotta head out, but we need to keep covering this woman. So if you see her, send her to your favorite content creators. It doesn't have to be us. It can be anybody who does anti-MLM, even people who don't do anti-MLM but deal with mental health stuff. Maybe like Mickey Atkins would be a good person to cover. She's a therapist who does reaction kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe, hell, maybe Peter Mon would be a great person to talk about this because he's been talking about
that too. Yeah,
you know what I
I
mean?
thought about that as well.
Like send this to people, share this around, put the Stop Sober Guide hashtag, because I think if we can all coalesce together, then we can make more of a dent than if we're on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might
Sorry
cover her
nobody
coming
got
up this week.
Sorry that nobody got bingo. It was a special sort of a convening of the minds. But We got a few people who are close. Very close.
Ooh.
So,
oh, someone was 1 away from bingo.
Yeah, Kirsten
Same.
was close. Deecee was close.
Oh,
Oh, she nearly got it. Kareenah nearly got it. Oh no, we did get one. We got one. The comfy kitchen. The comfy kitchen.
Hannah got a big.
kitchen. Bing.
We gotta do the
Bing.
bingo dance.
Bing. Bingo dance. Bing. Bing. I love that every time we do this, people are also like, I forgot about bingo. Dang it. That's not, I love that too.
That's how
Okay.
you know it was good though. That's how
See,
you know.
that's how you know we had
That's-
fun. Okay. Well,
Okay,
thank you. Thank you, Kareenah.
thank
You're amazing.
you, and we'll go as well. So yeah, have a good one, everybody. And live chat, you can still play the bingo. Okay, like it still exists. So go for it.
To the
Okay.
winner of the bingo, if you want to DM me, I'll send you one of the. If you're in the US, if you have
Ooh.
I'll send you a tiny planter, and I'll let you choose between 3.
Ooh, that's exciting.
That's an exciting prize. Amazing. Thank you. That was so much fun. Thanks, guys. Follow
Alrighty.
Kareenah. Go to the other stream. Maybe say hi. Leave a like if you were hanging out on one stream the whole time. We appreciate it. And we'll see you guys
Great.
another time. Do you want to say bye, Gus?
Yeah.
Gus took a nap, so.
Yeah,
Good for
sorry,
you,
y'all. I
guys.
fell
Jelly.
asleep.
You're good. You're good.
I love
Naps
you.
are good.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.